Hello, good morning, welcome to stream. Oh my god, it's Tenchi. I know that guy. I'm vaguely familiar with that guy. I've seen this guy around before. I know him. I do. Hello gamers, what is up? How are we doing? How was your start into the week? Tell me about it. Hello. Привет, как дела? Bonjour, comment ça va? Hallo, guten Tag. We can hit all of them if we want. Why not? Hi Angel, hi Caliban, hi Crow, hi Blank, hi Warren. Hello. I think yes, Blank is void in Discord. I mean those are pretty similar names, you know, when we look at their meaning. I think yes, I'm pretty sure about that. I am wide awake, baby. Today is 7/11 and I saw the FNAF movie. Hell yeah. Wait. Does that mean that today is your birthday? That would be a wild thing to say if I remembered it wrong. But I think that's the strategy I had for remembering it. You can just please do confirm. Zecke commends bullying him. He's awake for 33 hours now. Not good. I would suggest not to do that. Although I do that too, so I really can't say anything because I do it as well. However, yeah, the convenience store name is your hint? Oh jeez. So yes then, right? I remember correctly? I don't know. Oh god damn, you insomniacs. Yeah, and not right now, not currently. I'm not currently running on 33 hours of awake. Hey Tenji. Hello. I'm not currently running on that much awake. No. But I have on occasion, and I will. Tenji! Yes, it is. Okay, good. Because, like, it sounds like an insane thing to say if it's in fact, if I'm misremembering it. But yeah, that was how I was remembering. Well, happy birthday. You're now my age again, I think, right? I'm pretty sure, right? Let's go! Vamos! Happy birthday. Crow, long time no see. So long. It's been so long since last I've seen the song. I'm just glad you remembered. I did remember, but not with 100% certainty. I never remember anything with 100% certainty. I feel like it's always like, did I misremember this? Is this the truth? Is this not the truth? I don't know. Yes, we're back to being the same age for a bunch of months. 9 months, I think. I mean, I guess so, yeah. Sort of, kind of. Hi, Theo. Tuesday, innit? It is Tuesday, innit? It certainly is Tuesday. Oh my god, Chat Union Rap number 2 is here. Hello, Chat Union Rap number 2. Did you write a thing, by the way? I wanted to ask you, because I wasn't super active on Discord over the weekend and Monday. Well, over the weekend. We did it on Monday. On Monday, I wasn't super active on the Discord. Because honestly, I woke up yesterday feeling like, okay, this day's gonna be something, and I was correct. I did get a massive headache during the course of the day, and then, you know, took a Dolamine, and then it was okay later on again. Like, it wasn't that tragic. It was truly not that tragic, but still, god, yesterday was a day. It wasn't great. Who won? No JFK moments, please, because they're just the union reps. There are no presidents here, they're just union reps. After all, did you write a thing? For your, like, you said you might want to write a thing, but I don't know if you did write a thing. Oh, I have a headache right now too. It's the worst, isn't it? Like, you just feel like you really can't do anything in a day when it's just like all massive headache during the day or something like that. Hi, Union Boss. Hi, Chad. Yeah, you haven't. Okay. Not yet. That is all right. Don't worry about it. Just wanting to know. Yeah, I was very much off Discord yesterday, I think. I was online, of course. But mostly in the afternoon, right? What they wanted to write, like, a little acceptance speech type thing, you know, for being elected union representative. Union rep presidents, what's the difference? There's quite an important difference, I think. I think there's quite an important difference myself. Crow says, every time I get a headache, I remember an ungodly headache line from Disco Elysium. I do like to imagine that, I'm having a headache right now. This is probably just how Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau, also known as Harry Dubois, feels every single day. So you could roleplay more effectively. You know, that's like a positive way, a positive lens through which you could view the whole situation, right? Hi Zecke. Okay, this is the hierarchy. I see. Will. Hi Union Boss. Hi Chat. Then Zecke. Then StreamElements bot, and then Crow, and then Crow specifically. Additionally notes, obviously, because you wrote hi as well. I see. Hi Riho. Hi Riho Seppo. Hello. I'm telling everybody about how I felt kind of like yesterday, which, you know, I guess it's a good decision that I didn't stream yesterday. I mean, I usually don't on Mondays, whatever. I guess it was good because, like, streaming with a headache is the worst. Streaming with a headache is no fun. Roleplay more effectively, but I don't want to become a raging alcoholic. No, it's just roleplay. You would pretend to be a raging alcoholic, you know? Don't worry, it's not real. You invited your friend Jackie/GreyJ into the server. She was interested in my stuff. Oh, very nice, very nice. Spread the word. Spread the word of Zekeism. Hope this isn't your introduction stream, though. Me talking to any possible lurkers. Hope this isn't your introduction stream. Hope, actually, probably no streams in this week or the next one are your introduction streams. Not to be, like, negative or anything, but the mindset is a little fucked in these 2 weeks, I think. Honestly. I don't know if it'll get better. Maybe it will get better. Maybe not. We will have to wait and see until the like, 18th, I guess. That's a really dire prognosis. No, it's not that bad. I mean, it kind of is, but it isn't, you know? It's like, it's so negative. Yeah, well, it's... It's because of my hyperfixation making me sad. What can I do about it, okay? It's nothing I can do anything about it. Hi, Nessie. Hi, Nessie. Best place to start is Union Chat election stream. That is true, though. Yesterday was absolutely fun. So, like, actually, maybe I'm lying to you. Maybe I can, in fact, just stop thinking about my hyperfixation, which is currently making me sad, for the duration of the stream. Although it's really hard because it's always on my mind. Indeed. I hope you just never get introduced ever. No, that's not what I'm saying. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I cannot guarantee for the vibes. I cannot guarantee the vibes. Okay, that's all I'm saying. The vibes are not guaranteed at the moment. Because of the fucking QSMP. Fuck those blog people. I hate them all. No, I'm kidding, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't. It's just because I care too much. Simple as that. Union Chat can do the streams instead of you. Oh, let's go. Absolutely. I'll just put chat up, like, real quick on the screen, and then I'll just peace out. I'll just wait. I'll just, bye-bye. Let's go. You do that. Vibes sold separately. It's true. It's very true. The vibes may not be guaranteed. You will definitely receive vibes. The question is just what vibes. Which vibes will you be receiving? Angry? I would never be angry at my block people. I love my block people. It's just that they're sad. And they're making me sad. No, I'll tell you about it because I have to. I have to tangent about my hyperfixations, especially because they're a lot at the moment, but it's not like their fault or anything like that. It's fine. You hear that? Me and Crow guest appearing increased the viewers, but seriously, it was incredible fun. It was amazing fun. I loved it. It was great. I'm very glad that we did that pretty spontaneously, but you know, that's nice. Hi, Broderg, welcome. I can't go for another Minecraft SMP phase. I can't mentally take another one. That's so valid. That's the most valid thing I've ever heard. That's, yeah, very real. Very, very real. Like, I wasn't super into the Dream SMP, right? Back in the day. I watched some of it because I used to watch Wilbur before he did that. You know, I just watched Wilbur. So I watched what Wilbur did when he started uploading those videos. But other than that, I don't think I watched a lot. I think I just watched Wilbur, as a matter of fact. And never live, only on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I ever watched him live. But like now I'm in it to win it. Now it's like, it's multilingual. I can practice my French. I mean, what's not to love? I watched so many French streams. Bro, I'm in the Discord, right? I'm in the 12's Discord. It's a public Discord, obviously. So I'm practicing reading every day because I need to go to the Discord in order to have my opinions affirmed, obviously. Because on Twitter, people on Twitter don't know what the fuck they're talking about, right? Because people on Twitter don't watch the POV, and you can see it. It's like they're saying shit Doesn't make any sense because they don't watch the correct POV in order to know what they're talking about. But on the Discord, they do, obviously, because they're all there for Etoile and Etoile only. So, or Etoile mainly, rather. So, of course, when they talk about shit, I'm like, yeah, I agree with that because you actually saw the stream that I watched, so you know what's actually going on in the stream. I'm so into it. I have no idea what's going on. Joestar, this is the opening stun log. I need to get it out of my system. I cannot not talk about it because moments before I started the stream, I was on Twitter. Doom scrolling Twitter being like, I can't believe they're saying this. I can't believe they're saying this. The fandom is in disarray. Everything's breaking. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But it kind of partially is that bad. Oh, Blank says, I just think Schlatt made for an amazing heel there. I don't know much else. Yeah, Schlatt was great. Schlatt was really funny. I've enjoyed Schlatt as well. Oh, 9 Twitter. Yeah, I know. It's bad. It's bad. I should stop. Like, mostly, honestly, the things that I see are not even... They're not even that bad. Like, a lot of people actually do make sense, but not all of them. Bridges getting burned? Not really. No, it's just the fandom that's being annoying. I don't think that the actual content creators, they're like friends IRL, you know? Like, they're fine. I don't think any actual bridges are getting burnt there. But, like, the viewers are treating it as though they're, like, actually fighting IRL and they're taking it way too seriously. And that's just, it's just not fun. Yeah, Charlie Slimesicle is part of QSMP. He's very fun. He's extremely fun. I'm thinking actually of just watching his POV for this event specifically because, you know, I told you about this, like me. Well, I'm not, like, I'm just affected by the fact that people see it's like it's an endless feedback loop. I also take it too seriously. No, that's absolutely true because I'm way too invested in this. But have I made a single post on Twitter about it? No. Have I made a single post on, like, I don't know, another public space that isn't this stream about it? No. Because, like, I keep it to where people, you know, it's just my circle. I keep it in my circle. I mean, I would assume, you know, that this, you know, us talking about it on stream would be different if I was, like, you know, different. But I keep it on my circle. I'm not gonna, like, bring all that negativity in other people's spaces. Do I go into other people's stream side chat to complain about it? No, I would never. What I was saying... I don't even know what I was saying anymore. It's like wrestling. Yeah, it's very much like wrestling because they're, well, in a sense, the thing is with the current way that the event is set up, it's very much more PvP focused and it's kind of a break in the actual lore that's currently happening, that was happening before rather. It like really is like a hard cut between what was happening before it and what is happening currently, and like I don't know, I'm just not fucking with it as much, I guess. I am rambling. It's full-on ramble. It's so ramble. Blank says, I've been watching Slimesicle for like 7 years or so. Damn. But not so much in terms of SMPs. Damn. I mean, he is very fun. He's extremely fun. I love his clips that are happening right now. They wake me up when she's done. It's a little mean. How dare you? I mean, it's block game, so people always treated it like that. Yeah, it's true. It has happened in this fandom before, too, before I was a part of this fandom. I know that because they had, like, an election saga as well, but that went on for much longer, apparently, and it was also bad. But now it's, like, highly concentrated bad fandom energy, you know, like it's annoying, especially I think it depends very very much, like I'm trying to say a couple of times, there's different teams, right? There's different teams they're split up into red, blue and green, and depending on which team's perspective you watch, I think you have a vastly different experience. I think people who watch red team are fine. I think they're having a good time mostly. I really think so. Because they post about it a lot. They seem pretty content. Now, my fellow green team enjoyers, we're not enjoying anything. All of our fucking streamers are miserable. Honestly, Isabel, your duty to make her stop. You cannot. Oh no, you had a Sargon of Akkad nightmare. That's the worst. Those are the worst kind, actually. Like, green team viewers are not having a good time at the moment, and I don't know if that's gonna change. Honestly, I hope Etoile just takes a break. Like, it's not fun for him, and of course, if it's not fun for your streamer, then it's not gonna be fun for the stream, obviously. And, like, there's nothing... you can really do in his specific situation, because everybody's situation is different, right? As, you know, different players, whatever. So, like, there's nothing he can really do, at least not right now, that would make it more fun for him. At least it doesn't seem like it. He's been trying for 3 days and it hasn't worked. So I honestly just hope he takes a break from it and just streams other stuff, and that's fine. You know, I'll get my QSMP content from somebody else, maybe on Red Team. I'll just watch a different POV, it's fine, in order to stay updated on that. Like, I have other content creators that I watch in there too, and he can just stream stuff that he actually has fun with, and then everything is better. Because, like, if he continues streaming these from this event specifically, it's only 2 weeks, right? It's like it's a contained time span. If he continues doing it, I will continue watching it, but I won't be happy. It's literally like, you know, motivational videos? These are demotivational videos. The whole stream, it's like 5 hours. It's demotivational content. It's so fucking sad to watch. See, I would never say this to him. I mean, in chat or anywhere. But I will say it on stream, and I will say it in DMs with Evan, because, I mean, it's just true. And I hope he just has more fun. You know, that's all. That's all. Chat demands you cease the fuck. I'm spoiling the lore. I'm spoiling the lore. No. We must have a union referendum first to decide how we answer to the situation. Right. Good. If you like get stuck in the like in the democratic paperwork for a while, that means I can never be stopped. Amazing. Also, Bro Dragon says the whole bad fandom stigma was always put on the Dream SMP. Yes, 100%, due to the whole wiki's worth of lore obsession people have with it. It's similar. It's definitely similar. I don't think it's as bad as the Dream SMP, because, like, there's nicer people on the server, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's an even bigger server, so, you know. Plus RP elements and all that just ended up with, like, a horrible stigma. Like, yeah. I understand. It's definitely similar, especially because it will always attract a lot of younger fans as well. Like, not exclusively, obviously. There's fans in their 20s. There's me. And my friend, I'm not alone in this, but there's younger fans too, and if you have a large fan base that consists of a lot of younger fans, then it's like, okay, yeah, this is gonna suck partially, obviously, but, like, what are you gonna do about it? I suppose, what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, if the event starts negatively to affect the streamer's mood, it's a good sign to stop. I agree. I just hope he actually manages to do it, because, like, on one hand, he wants to try hard and, like, actually, you know, because get points, right? It's a competitive event. On one hand, he wants to get points for his team, whatever, but, like, on the other hand, it's fucking miserable and also not working very well, because another difficulty. No, wait, let me first say, let's go, 60 months show started, the biggest number, let's go. 20 months gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Oh shit, you're referenduming very, very quickly. Well, too bad. Another reason why, like, I'm gonna get over it soon, I think. Another reason why it's a bit tricky for green POV specifically is because their team members never log on at the same time, or don't log on at all. Like, the team that was suspected to be losing the most is Red Team, who has won twice now out of 3 times, by the way, just saying. There's daily wins, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because they all log in. It's usually 6 people online together at the same time. That's great. That's exactly what you need for, like, team-based sports, which is basically what this is. Blue team also kind of, like, they're usually together. There's, like, 4 people on together, 5 people on together. So I don't know. I don't watch blue team as much, but, you know, something like that. Green team, however, has a peak in 3 days. Well, aside from day 1. Okay, we're gonna take day 1 out of the equation, I suppose. But, like, in the 2 days, they've had a peak of 3 players on at the same time. So, like, how the fuck are they gonna be, like, a team doing things? It's impossible. It's impossible when you don't share the same time zones, and or just people don't log on. It's just how it is, you know. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. A strike of union, chat. If this continues, we will be striking. Yeah, I can see that. Hi, Siska. I've been rambling about my hyperfixation for not even that long. We're only 20 minutes in. Honestly, that's not even that excessive, in my honest opinion. Hello, how are you doing today, Siska? I hope you had a nice start into the week. I'm having a moment. I am having a moment. And it's like, you know, This rambling sounds like the discussions I have with people about football matches. It very much is. It super duper is, because it's so like team based. It's very much like rooting for a team. I was thinking about that because like I have that too. It's super toxic and I hate it and I want to turn it off. But like I want my team to win, obviously. You know, I mean, it's not like surprising or anything, but I want my team to win. But like that just makes me even more toxic and it's no fun for me either. So I'm like, whatever. Are we already striking? I mean, that's what unions are there for, right? You gotta strike. You gotta strike. It's more like wrestling, but right now there are teams, so it's become a little bit like. I mean, are there teams in wrestling? I don't even know. I'm not that big of teams usually though. I'm striking your butt with my hand. Ayo, ayo. I love Crow. See, I should have voted for Crow. I mean, I couldn't have voted, but if I voted, I should have voted for Crow because Crow is very pro Zecke, and I like that. Okay, Crow says, I'm gonna be a bootlegger and argue Zecke hasn't done anything wrong in this stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would argue the same thing, of course, because I am Zecke, so I obviously don't think I do anything wrong whatsoever, generally, ever. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, who wants to hear Warhammer 40k lore? I would be so into, every time it gets brought up, I'm like, I would be so into Warhammer if I got into Warhammer. Hence why I don't get into Warhammer, because I'm so into Warhammer. Yeah, there are alliances, I think. I watch neither SMPs nor wrestling. I like that you're the expert on the matter. You are the expert on the matter. As you know, I already have seasonal depression, don't we all? Hi Billy! You missed like my fucking... you missed my 20-minute ramble about the QSMP. Billy is the one person in chat who's actually pro-rambling about the QSMP. God, I'm having such a bad time. How are you doing? How are you doing with the QSMP right now? Are you having a good time? Because I'm not. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Such logic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I love 40k. I know, I bet I would too. I bet I would too. I watched 2-hour FNAF lore videos. Just trust me, bro. Just trust. I hate it. Let's go! Me too! I mean, I don't hate it, but I do suffer immensely. My mental health is, in fact, suffering immensely, and I hope that it all takes a break from it. I do. I hope he just stops streaming it, like, and has fun instead. And then I can watch somebody else. Then I can watch fucking Red Team and be happy, like the rest of people who watch Red Team. I don't even watch anymore. Yeah, I bet. I mean, it'll only be 2 weeks. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be only 2 weeks. It's fine. Let's go, 40k in chat. Hi Victor. There are wrestling teams. There is a lot of drama and betrayal. Very soap opera-ish. So yeah, soap opera-ish. So I've heard. The power got to Isabel. I mean, you can always quote Warhammer in chat. So how was workout, bro? I'm gonna end stream. Pressing mute now, bye. Goodbye, Siska. I think, yeah, the stream is best enjoyed on mute, actually, for your mental health as well. For your mental health also. Bro Dragon says, personally, Quackity rubs you the wrong way, but that's just your opinion, so that's why you didn't get into it. I like Quackity a lot, at least right now, currently. Like, I used to watch his content a very long time ago, as well, like, even before Dream SMP, I think, even before that. I wasn't the biggest fan. I used to watch it, and I wasn't the biggest fan, you know, just, like, content creators that you're, like, aware of, but you don't really like them very much. But right now, you know, like, he's older now, I think he's, like, I don't know, 20 something? He's 20 something now. I think he's gotten better, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like they're deleting all that we liked in the QSMP, like the chilling, the eggs, the friendship, the chatty chats. I agree. I feel similarly. Like they put an entire pause on everything that has anything to do with lore, right? Like any personal lore is absolutely on pause right now. Whatever, you know, what Selbit had going on isn't going to be developed right now. The resistance is completely on pause right now, and that's just annoying, you know? The eggs are very important. Thank you, Project. The eggs are extremely important. I mean, this is, in the whole scheme of it, about the eggs, but currently that doesn't mean that we get any more egg content. Dude, I'm just hoping that they actually bring us the eggs back at the end of these 2 weeks, because otherwise it'll be sad. The only time we should antagonize Zecke is when she misses her workouts, which is at current time all the time. So in fact, antagonizing me all the time is actually on the table. I love that you guys do you guys know this off by heart, or did you have to look it up, like the 40k monologue, or is it just like in your brains? Billy says exactly. I love that I'm just talking to Billy now. It's my chat with Billy at the moment. Stay out of it. They just invent more and more story that never goes anywhere. It kind of feels like it. I really hope they start wrapping things up, like they start wrapping storylines up, because that is what is happening right now. In case you don't know, most of you who don't watch, there's just more things being added all the time, and it doesn't really conclude ever. Nothing concludes, and I think they should start concluding things. Sorry, no, I like it. I like it. I already antagonize her 90% of the time. You can. There's 10% to go. Let's go. There's 10% more to go. Most 40k fans are so psychotic that they would know it by heart. I think so too. That's what I'm thinking. Brodang is like, girl, what you talking about? Eggs, of course. I'm talking about the eggs. Now, that line, Isabel, I think is from Breaking Bad, actually, and not for Warhammer 40k. Thank you very much. I don't think that is correct. I think that is false. Actually. Yeah, stopping Twitter, so I need you on Blue Sky now. I am on Blue Sky. Wait, let me give you... Wait. Actually, let me give you my Blue Sky. I am on Blue Sky. Also, another thing about me more than the QSMP, but also the QSMP. Blue Sky. I am on Blue Sky. Let's go, Blue Sky. That's me. I haven't posted in a long while, but you know, that's me. That's my Blue Sky ad. You can add me if you want. There you go. Come here. There's my boy in the banner. I wanted to say Twitter banner, but it is in fact Blue Sky. He looks very judgmental on this one, so you know, post something. I shouldn't I? Should I post something right now? I can post something. I could post the art that I made of myself. I guess I could do that. I could post art. Let me post art. Why not? I could post something else in art too as well. Blue Sky Meth, for instance, perhaps, potentially. I can post this one. Remember this one? I like this one. Some recent... I could post a few things, probably, or can you not post multiple pictures? I think you can post multiple pictures, actually. Welcome to... We're posting on Blue Sky now. Yay, you follow me. Let's go. Welcome to Blue Sky. Write something random. Oh, shit. What the fuck is Blue Sky doing? Blue Sky, stop. Stop. Thank you. Some recent art. Nice art, thank you. Chat Union can decide what I post on Blue Sky. I don't think so. Just decided to... Yeah, it got the jitters. It can get the jitters sometimes. It can happen. It's fine. There you go. Refresh. I want to see it. It's there. Good. Nice. I don't know why, but I just got flashbacks to a Wilburstood edit that I saw quite watching, and I don't know why. That's amazing. That's amazing. No, you're doing great. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. You don't have it? Whoa. Blue Sky codes be upon you. First come, first serve. None of these are claimed. Go get them, gamers. Sorry, should I copy paste these into chat? Yeah. Go get them, gamers. Get some Blue Sky codes in case you need them. I don't know how many. I haven't used these for anything yet. So you're getting all of them. Go forth. Make a Blue Sky account. I haven't been on in a while. I've been getting codes, okay? There you go. What is this? I'm confused. I have one code. I can post it in the Discord later. Yes, you can. What are these codes? These are codes in order to make accounts on Blue Sky. You know? No, I think it's fine. A lot of people in this chat either don't care or already have a Blue Sky account. So, like, I think you can just, you know, grab one of them and take it. I believe. And Crow has another one, so if none of these work, then you can do that as well. So, just do it. Look, there's another one. There's so many. I believe there's more than we need in this chat. Like, I really think so. Yeah, also Victor still has 5 codes, because, like, at some point you run out of friends to, like, tell people to, you know what I mean? Is this another Twitter-like app? Yeah. Basically. It's another Twitter-like, but one of the more popular ones, but it's invite-only still, basically. I'm sure you can take one of them. So how do I actually use them? You have to go onto the website, and when you make an account, it asks you to put in a code. Look, codes. So many codes. Here, whoa, codes be upon you. There's enough. You talk freaking fast. Say it again. Sorry. I don't even know which one. I do talk very fast. I am sorry. Whoa, so many Blue Sky codes. It's Blue Sky. It's a Twitter alternative, and there's codes. You can take the code, and when you make an account, you enter it, and then you have an account. Something like that. What do I choose as host provider? I don't remember. I think, can you just do Blue Sky? I don't remember, honestly. The one that gives you the BSKY short thingy. That's what I did, at least. At some point you run out of friends. Haha, haha. Can you imagine that? At least you run out of friends that want to be on Blue Sky. Like, I have friends that I haven't invited to Blue Sky because I don't think they would use it at all. So, obviously. There's only one option. Oh, okay. Well then it's pretty simple, I suppose. I don't even remember the process, so like I don't know. But anyway, we have a bunch on the docket today, though it's mostly short stuff, I think. So we'll see. Yeah, you don't need Blue Sky or Twitter necessarily. Like, you're gonna be fine, I think. Chat Union representative election concluded. The winner is the Artist Coalition with Izzy and Eule, as we know. I did talk about the QSMP because it ruined my life. I did, in fact, do that. We're done with that now, so we can put a big check mark on that. Great. I hope my faves stop streaming it. Ain't that great? And now we can get into the actual stuff. Nobody of my friends wanted a code. Yeah, basically, right? Like, not everybody wants to be on Blue Sky, so there we go. Is that still a quote from Warhammer blank? Is this still Warhammer? Okay, I did it. Now what? Now you follow me. Now you follow me on Blue Sky. Zecke.bsky.social. Thank you. I can't stop watching it. I hope they stop. Zecke. It's very true. I don't want all of them to stop streaming it, of course. Like, there's some people that are having fun with it, and I'm glad they are having fun with it, and I'm sure they can continue streaming it. Me, however, Itwal, however, should not stream it anymore. He's suffering. I don't want him to suffer, okay? It's all. If he does, I will be there. I will be watching, but, you know, it's just how it is. I kind of just mindlessly follow orders. I didn't really think this through. You're doing great, bro. Dragon. Just follow orders. It's fine. Twitter did not make Blue Sky. Blue Sky is made by people completely different. It's just similar to Twitter because, you know, Twitter has been in the hands of somebody very irresponsible. Bro Dragon is like, I mean, I always obey people. Not conservatives, though, without thinking. But still. It's good that you draw the line there. So we have the section of queer news that we didn't get to last time. They're not good news, so, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. This factors in J.K. Rowling getting somehow even more worse than she already was. Continuously. We have... Did you hear about the Bored Ape convention? Because I did. gonna put that upon you as well. Then we have some content suggested in the content suggestion channel as well. So much for remembering our history. This is about a kindergarten in Germany maybe renaming themselves or not. At least not for now. The former CEO of Twitter created Blue Sky. I didn't know that. See? That's nice. They put the poor bird in the hands of a horrible man-child. It's true. It's very sad. Hi, Lord Peace. Welcome. I think it smells worse than an anime con. I bet it would. I bet it would. I saw one video from it. Well, not a woman inside. So much is clear. We have some various like short stories or shorter stories. This one's funny. We have XQC. That's actually going to be a long react. And then we have our Palestine segment, which is a lot of short things mainly. So there we go. Let's see how far we get. Yeah. Blue Sky doesn't have the Twitter feel. It kind of really doesn't. I mean, I don't use it as much. Maybe if you used it more, I would be able to get there, but we'll see. Kurzgeschichten. They surely are. They sure are Kurzgeschichten. These are sad Geschichten, though, because we're talking about conversion therapy. Christian anti-LGBTQ plus hate group pushing to overturn US bans on conversion therapy. They'd ban them. Just keep them banned, gamer. Just keep them banned. Yeah, you wanted to suggest the XQC video, but decided against it in the end. I found a very specific one from, like, a different content creator. And and I want to watch that, even though it's kind of long, but I have things to say about also the things that he says in it, and it's kind of entertaining, so I think it's fine. And it's pretty entertaining. Because the former CEO got massively overpaid for Twitter and knew Twitter would burn down after he left. Yeah, that makes sense. So, this is happening. I thought this said AfD for a second, but it's ADF actually. It's not our guys this time. I mean, would be weird. They are, in fact, in America. This was also suggested to me by Isabel. Conversion therapy is literal torture. Yes, and they don't really give a shit about that. A Christian anti-LGBTQ group is pushing to overturn so-called conversion therapy bans for minors in the US under the guise of freedom of speech and religious freedom. How the fuck would you justify that with freedom of speech? How the fuck? Yeah, like, the freedom of religion should stop at torture. You would think torture would override that a little bit, but alas, apparently not. The Alliance Defending Freedom, the ADF, which is described as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center, is currently providing legal counsel to Brian Tingley, a licensed marriage and family counselor. Bad last name, by the way. Not a great last name, by the way. Just saying. They took away my freedom to torture children. Yeah, right? It's horrible. Horrifying world we live in, truly. In Tingley versus Ferguson, the ADF is challenging Washington's ban on conversion practices for LGBTQ youth that seek to change their sexuality or gender identity, with Tingley saying the ban violates his freedom of speech and right to freely exercise his religion. Bro, I'm sorry, it's not a part of your religion to do conversion therapy. Yeah, Tingley sounds like Tingley freaking Vines. Tingley does not sound good. AfD, you know, would be the same sort of talking points, perhaps, potentially. So that's why I'm gonna keep messing it up. Nessie also says parental rights debates are only relevant when it concerns the freedom of parents to abuse their children. It is so deeply disingenuous. Yeah, that's always when it comes up, right? That's always when it comes up. It's like freedom of speech, freedom of religion. How does that have anything to do with this? I don't know. So-called conversion therapy, which is not therapy nor rooted in science, has been disavowed as a form of psychological torture by major psychological, medical, and human rights bodies. As we know, what if my religion's practice is burning Christians? Does exist, but suddenly it's not allowed anymore. How strange. Almost like there's you know, contributing factors in place. This is not the first time the legal group has rallied against the LGBTQ plus community and has for a long time, has a long history of doing so. Back in 2003, the ADF unsuccessfully tried to recriminalize homosexual acts in the US. Well, at least they're not successful, supporting Texas's sodomy law in a case which eventually found it unconstitutional. It has also rallied against same-sex marriage and same-sex adoption, opposed LGBTQ plus discrimination protests, and trans inclusion in sports. They're just full-on riding that wave. We are not very much surprised, but at least they don't succeed, right? In Russia, we have a whole law on offending religious beliefs, right? I think I heard about that somewhere before. There, you did it. You quoted it all. You quoted it all blank. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Congratulations for your dedication. Soon in The Onion, Aztec neo-pagans overturning ban on sacrificing Christians as a matter of freedom of religion. I mean, honestly, though, that's the same sort of argument. That's the same sort of argument. Let's go, Isabel. Welcome to Blue Sky. Enjoy your stay. In his petition to the court, Tingley states he grounds human identity in God's design rather than a person's feelings or wishes, and many of his clients agree, which of course means that the entire United States needs to agree with this too. Obviously. Please, no more. Don't tempt me. We are not surprised, nor expect anything, but still, goddamn. Yeah, that's a good summary. That's a very good summary. They allegedly seek his counsel precisely because they want to align their identity with their faith. He's a marriage counselor. What the fuck do you even do? Does he do conversion therapy? I swear to God, they just said that he was like a marriage counselor or something like that, no? Yeah, he's a marriage and family counselor. I mean, I guess you can't be a licensed conversion therapist. That doesn't exist. But still, this doesn't sound like you have the qualification to do that at all. He adds his speech. He adds his speech through his work should be considered as speech and not conduct. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think if you do conversion therapy on somebody that is your speech. I think that is, in fact, something that you do. I think that does constitute an act. Since the therapy doesn't work, I guess anybody can do it. I mean, truly, you don't need a lot of qualifications for this. Yeah, he's like helping families with LGBTQ plus kids, I suppose. They truly view children as property and not human beings. It's true, Nessie, it's true. And if the child does not identify with their parents' ideology, they're just viewed as defects. They don't care about their children as people at all. You are absolutely right, obviously. Tingley goes on to describe the punishments issued there's a ambulance outside. Issued by Washington for carrying out conversion therapy are draconian penalties, and he lives in continuous fear of government persecution. Well, then maybe stop doing conversion therapy. Like, it doesn't sound that hard, gamer. It does not sound that hard. Aaron says, I mean, kids can't go through conversion therapy without parents' permission anyway. I mean, yes, somebody who's like 18 plus needs to approve it. I would assume, but I guess it's not legal to begin with, right? Don't react, Billy. You need a few calm days. This is not the place to go for more positive vibes, honestly. Usually it isn't. Yeah, big boy words like draconian penalties. You can just stop torturing people, right? It should be possible for you. Speaking with the New Republic, Catherine Frank, a law professor at Columbia University, said the ADF will use similar free speech arguments to attempt to overturn other regulations. Doesn't sound like it's gonna work. I would be surprised if this works. We have all sorts of regulations for licensed mental health professionals, and the patients rely on this kind of safety that those licensing requirements impose, she told the publication. Opening the door to this in this kind of a case opens the door to quite a few other situations where a person may have an objection to what is a public norm or an expert judgment about the safety of other people. It shouldn't be your private decision that you're not going to agree with that and therefore will not follow the law. Yeah, that's not how the law works. When that is a condition of your licensure. Yeah, that as well. Like, you're gonna get your license removed and no longer be a family counselor and whatever the fuck. Like, you can't just say, hey, my opinion is that murdering people is actually okay, so under freedom of speech, I'm allowed to murder people now. Like, huh? Yes, that shit is very much fudged up. No, fudge always reminds me of BBH. Putain, indeed. Aaron said, my mom says that if their kids are doing this stuff, they should pay more attention to them and what they're doing. If they don't want their kids to be doing this stuff, they should pay more attention to them and what they're doing. Basically. 10 Commandments. Now, the 10 Commandments go against my freedom of speech. I don't know. Are the 10 Commandments included in the law in the United States? Even then, it's like the same sort of argument, no? It's the same sort of arguments. Law? What are you, a fucking liberal? So true. So true. So true. Why even refer to the law? If it's my opinion that I'm allowed to do this, then actually this is freedom of speech. And if anybody tells me anything else, then, it's infringement on my freedom of speech. Obviously. We should know this at this point. We should know this. So, yeah, that is ridiculous. But I don't think that anything will result from this. I really doubt it. I don't think this case has a leg to stand on. I'd be surprised if this goes anywhere. So that's good, at least. Yeah, thou shalt not kill is one of the 10 commandments. Don't know which one. Could be the first, no? Sounds like a pretty important one. But I feel like maybe this specific person would probably listen to that, but what's the difference in claiming that, if I want to do it, I can do it because I believe I should be able to do it for killing as opposed to, torture? Oh, blessed divine. I have been initiated into the bluest sky. Welcome to the bluest sky. I hope you enjoy your stay. I'm not on there a lot, but maybe I'll be on there more. Who knows? And if this case had a leg to stand on, I feel like we should kick it in. I'm pretty sure it has probably been kicked in. I would, once again, I do think so. Laws today are loosely based on old laws, who were themselves based on religious morals, at least in my opinion. I feel like it's not only religious morals. I think it's also just, common sense, I guess. A law that you shouldn't kill each other is pretty common sense, because if everybody could just resolve any conflict by killing the other person, that's no way to live. I feel like that's just removed from religion entirely. I feel like that's just pretty much common sense at that point. Hey, I'm pouring myself a glass of water. You should be rejoicing, by the way. You have no rights. You're a child and I'm a grown adult. You will obey me. Those are the vibes. Rescinding any sort of autonomy that children are could possibly have. Another one, another queer news that isn't great in South Korea. South Korea upholds military's archaic anti-gay law. This was written on October 31st, by the way. South Korea's constitutional court has delivered a blow to the LGBTQ plus community, ruling to uphold an outdated and discriminatory article of their military law that punishes same-sex activity, which is a lot more troubling than the first article, because this is actually happening. This is still in place. This is not this one guy trying to make something happen that's probably never going to happen to begin with. If you could just kill another to resolve a conflict, may I present to you the feudal world? Well, we've moved on from that, thank God. It's no way to live, not for the person who loses for sure, right? It certainly isn't. It's by definition not a way to live anymore. Like, just because they could doesn't mean they should, though. Will says, now I need a blue sky profile picture. I think I have a commission for Zecke. Oh my god, yes, hand it over. Give me. I'm reaching out my little grabby hands. Email me, or Twitter DM, but Twitter DM is worse because sometimes they lose themselves in the Twitter net. Shoot me an email if you want. Caliban says, I'm gonna put a link in content suggestion. It's from 2 weeks ago, so I'm not sure if you've talked about it on stream and I missed it, but it's some good news, at least. Terrible that it happened, but great that they're changing it. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see if I've talked about this. Yes, I have talked about this. I have mentioned this. The victory for transgender rights in Japan is what you're talking about. Yes, I have talked about this before. I'm very glad that they changed it too, because until recently it used to be mandatory in Japan, if you wanted to transition, like if you wanted to change your gender marker on your freaking passport or whatever, you had to fucking go do surgery that would sterilize you in order to be able to transition like that. And now you don't have to anymore. And they've abolished this law. And that's great. Blank says, me when I meet an ableist online, I am a K-nist. Oh, of course. Obviously. They do be slaying each other. Forced sterilization is 100% just eugenics, and I'm glad they put away that law. So that was a victory that we had a couple of days ago, probably more than a week ago. Now, under South Korea's Military Criminal Act, Article 9226, I don't know how to read that. I don't know how to read article numbers. Members of the armed forces who engage in same-sex relationships with one another can face up to 2 years in prison. And not like members of the armed forces who engage in not same-sex relationships. That's fine, I would assume. There's no law prohibiting that. I see. Since 2002, the country's constitutional court has considered challenges to this anti-LGBTQ provision, each time ruling to uphold it. Damn, since 2002? Okay, well, that hasn't changed anything. Literally just throwing gay people in prison. I mean, they might have kids. Trans people could have kids, right? Like, if they didn't do certain surgeries. Like, it's a different thing if you want to go and have surgeries that will end up in, you not being able to have kids anymore, and it's your decision. But some people just want to change their gender marker, but not do, like, this or that surgery. You don't have to have every surgery in order to be a real trans person, right? So, they would absolutely be able to still have kids if they wanted to. And even if they don't, like, maybe you don't want to do any surgeries at all and just change your gender marker and, like, present differently and whatever. Like, you shouldn't be forced to do surgery in order to do that, is what I think. And trans people can, yeah, like I said, yes, like Nessie and I said. Like, there's trans men who have given birth, exactly. Like, that has happened before. Moving on, in the court's 5-4 ruling? What? I don't know what these numbers mean. Oh, 5-4, as in, like, they decided via a vote, probably. Okay, never mind. I do know what these numbers mean. Ruling on Thursday, it was ruled that same-sex relations could undermine discipline within Korea's military and negatively affect its combat capabilities, Reuters reports. Honestly, I think it would be the opposite. I think now this... Now, this is not based on much, but I think if members of the military could fuck each other, I think that would raise morale. I think that would raise morale immensely. I mean, it's not a mandate, but if they could, I think it would be great, you know? Probably for their mental health. I don't know. just guessing at this point. Yeah, we're on it with the fun topics today, Antier, 100%. Okay, Aaron says, wait. Non-trans guy asking any trans woman who transition, do you keep your dick? Some do. Some keep their dick. Some want to keep their dicks. It's fine. Some don't, you know? Like, it's not, I feel like it's not necessary. Yeah. Like, changing your gender marker should just be, like, fucking paperwork and not, like, another hurdle that somebody has to cross, right? It's like, you don't think that it has already happened? Well, yeah, I'm sure it happens, but it shouldn't be criminalized, so I don't think they have a leg to stand on in saying that it would be worse for morale or something like that. Or something of the sort. We don't talk about that. That too is an extremely valid response. Like, you don't have to talk about that at all. What you want to do with your fucking body, that's up to you. That's up to nobody else. Especially, that's another reason why the law was archaic and finally abolished in Japan. Thank God. This ruling is particularly disappointing since in South Korea, men are required to perform between 18 and 21 months of military service after they turn 18, regardless of their sexual orientation. Yeah, sucks. Definitely sucks. Yeah, Isabel, same. We're not trans medicalists here. It's an unnecessary barrier we have to pass to get, like, the slightest sliver of recognition. It truly is. Like, which surgeries are required too? Like, where do you draw the line? Oh, what do you need to, like, remove or add in order to be recognized as a real, in quotation marks, real trans person? Like, where is that line? Like, do you need to get facial feminization surgery or not? Like, is that a requirement now? Like, if you do trans medicalism, you don't even know where to draw the line on that either. So it's just bullshit. Stealth boner does sound like a good number for Ninja Sex Party, though. This is true, Antier. This is very true. Yeah, True Scum is an app name for the trans medicalists for a reason. It's true. Get it? True. Get it? True. Anyway. There had been hopes amongst advocate groups that this would be the year that the discriminatory article would be overturned. That's due to last year's Supreme Court ruling, which overturned the military court convictions of two men who had been sentenced to suspended prison terms after they engaged in a consensual same-sex relationship. That's insane that's insane that this can still happen in South Korea, no? The Supreme Court had ruled that upholding the anti-gay provision would jeopardize each man's autonomy and dignity. It's consensual relationships. It is consensual relationships, though. I mean, either you ban all relationships in the military, which I don't think they do, or like, they don't criminalize, like, non-LGBT relationships. You know what I mean? Autonomy? Like, it's, what do you mean by that? It's not gonna be made mandatory. If you strike this law from the registry, it's not gonna be made mandatory that every soldier sleeps with each other. That's not what the fucking law is, dude. That's not what the law is. Okay, so Aaron says, so they want to ban homosexual relationships so their soldiers won't bump uglies with each other. Basically, yes. Basically. Mandatory gay sex in the military. That's what we need. Unfortunately, the landmark ruling had no effect on the Constitutional Court's decision last week. Commenting on the ruling, Boram Zhang, Amnesty International's East Asia researcher, said in a statement, this continued endorsement for the criminalization of consensual same-sex acts within the Korean military is a distressing setback in the decades-long struggle for equality in the country. I see that. Absolutely. We have to be gay. Private, do you understand me? We have to be. Autonomy only in autonomous weapons in the military. Yes, sir. Yeah, the military morale bullshit is conservative propaganda anyway. Ancient Thebes even had a special unit gay lovers, the Sacred Band of Thebes. Real? I mean, that was tradition in, like, a lot of places. Like, it was way more normalized in a lot of places to have gay relations. But, you know, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thursday's ruling is also a knockback for wider LGBTQ rights in South Korea. Anti-LGBTQ hate remains rampant in the country, one of the world's largest economies, because of deeply entrenched social conservatism and entrenched gender norms. Yeah, they're trying. I know there's a lot of activism going on in South Korea, and they're trying to change things, but you know, it's hard. It's hard. What conservatives think the left as a military would be like? Show me your queer face and drop me 600 pronouns. Basically, there's so much horrible, like, badly made propaganda posts about that sort of shit. Basically, if there's queer people in the military, they won't get any killing done or whatever the fuck. LGBTQ plus people have a few protected rights, and South Korea's evangelical religious groups have huge sway over Seoul's policies and have been particularly loud in spreading anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric. Just earlier this year, police and government workers teamed up to shut down a South Korean pride festival in the city of Daegu. That's so bad. That's so bad. They have it much worse than I actively realize. Because, like, I don't hear that much about South Korea, and if I do, it's usually like fucking K-pop related or something, right? But God, it's very, and of course feminism. I like their feminist movements are pretty strong, honestly. But that's all I've seen so far. Brought to you by the Russian Propaganda Ministry. They should put that on the videos. There's no national law protecting LGBTQ people from discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity. Queer students face discrimination, bullying, and harassments in South Korean schools. I mean, the bullying in South Korean schools and Japanese schools too, it's on another level as well. The city of Daegu. I see Zecke practicing French again. Toujours, tout le monde, tout le temps, all the time. Not everyone, but all the time, non-stop. This manly man military bullshit is deeply rooted in male insecurity, 100%. That's also why people wanted to, like, there was a debate about even letting women into the military at all, right? Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I'm happy I live in France regarding LGBT rights, and yet it's still hell and horrible towards us. Yeah, like, it always matters who you compare yourself to, 100%. It's like, okay, in Germany we have a lot of perks we can do, especially soon we will, once our new law is in effect. We still have a bad law in effect, but the better trans law is coming. It's gonna be there soon. Let's hope it actually does, and you know, no change of government prevents anything. But it comes into effect before then, so like it should be fine. So you can look at that and be like, okay, we're happy with this, but it's still not great. Zecke, are you aware of the Moonies cult? Asia's biggest far-right cult? I'm not. I'm genuinely curious if you know about it or not. I don't think I am. I don't think I've heard about this before. No. Die Ampel. Well, yes. Like, we can always, like, there's positives and negatives, aren't there? Meanwhile, same-sex marriage and civil unions remain illegal. They don't even have that. And queer couples are prevented from jointly adopting. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great in South Korea. It's not great. The one Shinzo Abe was associated with and killed over. That was connected. Oh my god, it's all connected. It's all fucking connected. Shinzo Abe got vibe checked because of them. I like how you both wrote the same thing, but very differently. I'm glad. No, I was not actively aware of this as well, at least. I'm sure maybe I've heard about it when that happened, but then I forgot about it again, because I do that. I do forget a lot. So that's very possible. It's the Zecke hive mind. It is the Zecke hive mind, just with slightly different flavor. Brodrang is like, okay, I'm gonna head out now because it's making me a bit sad. Have a nice stream. We have some nicer news somewhere in here too. Not a lot, but like there is some. But yes, have a good day. Yeah, Shinzo Abe was part of it, and Trump backed it. Damn, they do blind marriages, and they believe that the main guy is Jesus's brother. Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Of course. Jesus's brother is such a funny line together. Holy shit. Good luck, Brody. Absolutely understandable, though. 100% understandable. I made the dragon sad. Happens. I'm sorry. Any nicer news would be welcome. We have some good news. We have solidarity around the world for Palestine. I feel like that's good news usually. And we have some, like, less important news, which is influencer drama. So, you know, it's not all doom and gloom, but it sure is mostly doom and gloom. We also have the NFT bros coming up. Anyway, keeping on the queer subject matter for a second, J.K. Rowling is being even worse, actually. J.K. Rowling is being worse than she was before, which surprises me somehow. Yeah, they have a huge influence across Asia. It's insane. Even that is wild. If you're like rolling with Jesus's brother in quotation marks, and yet you still manage to have so much influence about apparently most of like East Asia, that's wild. That's wild. Oh, for fuck's sake, J.K. Rowling, you're playing Hogwarts. So, someone tweeted, I agree, treating trans women like predators when they're statistically far more likely to be victims is indeed disgusting. We shouldn't be treating women this way. I agree with Zachary. And J.K. Rowling replies, good for you, Zachary. Good for you, Zachary. She's British, right? So, you know, we gotta do a British voice. Some rapist rights activists prefer to do their misogyny from behind an anime cartoon. But you're proudly doing it under your own name. Just don't go looking for any facts that might contradict your fallacious argument. Rapists need brave guys like you. So in this tweet, she is calling every single trans person either a rapist or a rapist rights activist. This woman has absolutely lost it. Like, we knew that already, but like she has 100% lost it. She is off the rails. There's no saving her if you ever thought that was even possible. Yeah, you come back to the finest news. I am sorry, Siska. Do you like my J.K. Rowling voice? Sounding like Michael Caine. Master Wayne, some men want to see it all burn. I can't do it anymore now. Actually, bye Siska again. Why is J.K. Rowling like this? I have no sympathy for her, none whatsoever. Like, she just keeps doing this rhetoric over and over again, and she's one of the like largest voices over in fucking Britain for like her movement, which is like, you know, the TERFs, whatever the fuck. She's literally just evil at this point. She's an evil wine-sipping billionaire. Yeah, like if the fucking transphobia isn't enough, she's also a billionaire. I saw from those trans activists who keep saying that they're done with her only to keep obsessing over her, says Aaron. There's no saving those activists that you mentioned earlier. Well, I mean, I feel like it makes sense to keep talking about her because she's using her money to fund like institutionalized transphobia over in Great Britain. Now, I don't hear like much about her all of the time, but see, this one was, for instance, this tweet, by the way, is from ContraPoints, saying J.K. Rowling is now referring to trans people as rapists, rights activists. She's gone full Glinner. It's Jover. It is, in fact, very Jover. Like, JKR has a huge platform on TERF Island. Like, her platform actually extends TERF Island as well. But her money is used to fund, like, actual, like, real-life transphobia, like real life things that affect real trans people. So I think it makes a lot of sense to keep talking about her as like one of the most I guess devastating things to happen to trans people, especially in the UK, right? Especially in the UK. Isabel said, J.K. Rowling was a Tony Blairite. She is the neolib. She even admired Thatcher. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, she has, like, her platform alone has a lot of negative impact. Her money has a lot of negative impact. Like, there's good reason. The UK is really not a country anymore. Yeah. The full Twitter line. Oh, yeah, this was, Zachary replied to somebody, but I don't know what the reply is to. I don't know if I can find that. Maybe I can find that. Or do you mean, like, the reply to her? Well, I don't know if I can find that either. There's gonna be a lot of replies to her. What the fuck is my Twitter front page? Tired of gender? Try metal pipe today? Anyway, Zachary... I think your name was Coleman? But I don't think I can find all of that. No, your name was not Coleman. I'm sorry. What's your name? Your name is Coleman. Why can I not find you on Twitter? It's just some person, I think. I don't know. Zachary D. Coleman. Is he gone? Does he not exist? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Whoops, my bad. That was supposed to be an H. There you go. Found you. You're just a person. I don't know where your tweet is. Please don't retweet anything weird, by the way. When was this tweeted? God, this is gonna be a whole, like, thing. This is on the 3rd. On the 3rd. This was the 4th. But it might be in replies, right? Yeah, true. It would be in replies, actually. Zachary D. Coleman sounds like a One Piece character. Could be, right? I feel like the context is pretty clear, though, no? I feel like the context is pretty clear. Yeah, it's gonna be in replies. I forgot about that. What's chat union? That's you guys! You guys are chat union. Every chatter is a part of chat union, I think, just by chatting, no? I think that would be the case. Okay, we're on... Oh god, he replies way too much. There's absolutely no way I can find this. This is all, like, not even a day old. Now it's a day old. Bro, you're on Twitter a lot. No hate at all. I mean, there's a lot happening on his Twitter right now, so I guess it makes sense. Do we get paid? No, that's not, I don't think that's how that works. Unless, of course, the union itself establishes some system of paying you, yeah. Then maybe. Yeah, it's a Twitter addiction a little bit. We're on November 5th right now. We're on November 4th right now. We're still on November 4th right now. We're on November 5th again? Fuck! I thought we were getting closer. The middle initial D has a lot of power in One Piece, apparently. Oh, does it? I mean, Monkey D. Luffy, he's pretty powerful, so I can see the point. I'm gonna give up very soon, I think. I'm also glad I'm not this chronically online. Like, I'm not here to judge Mr. Coleman. I don't know him. I'm sure he's fine, but oh boy. I do not post this much on Twitter. Okay, we're on the day, but I feel like even on the day, we're probably gonna have to go down a lot. I mean, this should be about the same thing, no? Yeah. God, that's a long conversation. Okay, so this was J.K. Rowling's original tweet saying, asking a woman to refer to her male rapist or violent assaulter as she in court is a form of state-sanctioned abuse. Female victims of male violence are further traumatized by being forced to speak a lie. And this is talking about an article, right to choose gender pronoun as a matter of respect, says court. Just court. South Australia is the latest state to endorse the use of preferred gender pronouns in the courtroom. Like, this is not even, like, she's making something up here then, no? Saying it's a matter of respect to address parties by their chosen pronoun and integral to ensuring public confidence in the proper administration of justice. They're not talking about a case here that what she is talking about. What she is talking about is not mentioned in the thing. It's not something that has happened here that they're talking about. They're just saying that in the courtroom, the pronouns, the proper pronouns should be used. Oh, shocker. And she is making up a fictional case that might happen, like, 1 in a million times, I guess. Also, like, I don't think that is the most traumatizing part of being a rape victim taking their abuser to court. Like, everything about that is extremely traumatizing. The way that the police question rape victims is extremely traumatizing and horrible. I don't think referring to the perpetrator as she is going to be, oh, I can't view the middle post, by the way. I don't think that is going to be the thing that tips the fucking bucket over or something like that. As a representative of chat, Zecke, I want you to know we love you, but if you be stinky, we will go goblin mode, like in VGG. Understandable. Thank you very much. That is understandable. Yeah, that's not what's being talked about in the article at all, so she just kind of, like, makes up this situation that doesn't really exist. And then, of course, he goes to argue on with other people. But she replied to this, and then other people replied to this. But, like, a lot of other people replied to this, so I don't know. I'm not gonna be looking at a specific one. At this point, J.K. Rowling's definition of sexual assault may just be being a person I don't like. It feels like it. Like, I don't think referring to somebody with the pronouns that they choose is abuse. Wow, it's a shocker. I'm the bravest statement of the century. I think a lot of, once again, like I've already said, like, going to court in order to actually, like, you know, do like a court proceeding, whatever, when you have been assaulted, when you have been raped, anything like that, that is incredibly traumatic and horrible, but not for the reason of the pronoun, like, right? Yeah. Right? Also, nothing wrong with saying somebody's preferred pronouns with respect. I agree. Obviously. All of these fanatical anti-trans activists who lose their mind about names and pronouns or of trans people would not blink an eye when referring to a mass murderer like Stalin with his chosen name. Yeah, like, it's completely just transphobia. There's no, like, actual principle behind it whatsoever. I think we can all agree on this. Isabel says J.K. Rowling is a disgusting elitist piece of filth. That's why I like to take away her IP and turn it into a universe where freedom fighter wizards question the ministry and the wizard world culture. I mean, you can absolutely take it and make it your own thing, I think. Blank says, and famously, cis female rapists simply do not exist. Source, trust me, bro. So this is only a scenario that can happen due to the trans, right? Yeah, that as well, of course. Like, cis female rapists do not exist. Female to male trans people also don't exist, by the way. Like, they're not important. They're just confused girls or something, right? Something like that. It's just infuriating on every level. Siska says, I have trouble understanding what her argument even is. Trans women may actually be men pretending to be women to sexually assault defenseless women, and that way respecting any trans people is enabling SA. That's what she's thinking. I think that is 100% what she's thinking, which of course has no basis in reality, as this person has pointed out. The statistics do not corroborate this line of thinking, but I do think that is what she's thinking. Like, if you want to make sense of what her line of thought is, I think that is actually it. But it just doesn't make any sense, is the thing. That's exactly what she thinks. Yeah. It's just not supported by literally any statistic. But who cares, right? Like, if you can imagine it happening, it may as well be happening, right? Yeah, she does not realize how nonsensical it sounds, and she does not care about, like, I guess, statistics. Aaron says, I think J.K. Rowling has spent too much time online and messed with her head. She wasn't this bad before she was chronically online. I think, yeah, that's very, very possible. Like, online, people go online to get radicalized, right? Like, she goes online, Twitter, not even once. She goes on Twitter, she sees other, TERFs, you know, posting their I don't like saying TERFs because it's technically like an incorrect phrase, but that is what they call themselves. She sees other TERFs and then she begins to agree with them more and more, and you can like slide into that kind of, right? Guys, we already won. Pratchett was OBE. JK is not even a squire. What is OBE? I just read it out loud, but I don't actually know. Statistics. Who really cares anyway, right? Isabel says, JKR is a very hateful neolib wannabe girl boss who will castrate any assigned male at birth person and torture them out of her anger. It does feel like it. The vibes are very misandrist, and not in the cool way. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen relatives go down some conspiracy rabbit holes on YouTube. It can happen anywhere. It can happen anywhere online. Like, it's not just Twitter, it's also YouTube and TikTok and anywhere. The best way to fight radicalization online is 100% just, you know, talking to your friends and family and actually telling them what's actually happening in the world, you know? But yeah. Do they call themselves TERFs, or do we do it too? I mean, they like the label. They like the label TERFs. I know that. They fuck with that majorly. But I mean, when we talk about it, we use the term that they use as well, I suppose. Blank says she had some sus outdated beliefs before, but they were dormant. Yeah, that's how it happens a lot of the time, right? That's how it happens a lot of the time. Crow also says, oh, and I remember seeing some people say that the Harry Potter stuff have some, like, the anti-Semitic, like, things, stereotypes. It's very prevalent in a lot of media, but yeah, it's definitely in there. Like, the kobolds? I don't know, I'm not really into Harry Potter. The race of people that runs the banks is very much a Jewish stereotype, and she made it like that, so there we go. I want you to touch some grass. Touching grass is always a good idea, yes. Please do. And the slave apology, I write, the house elves being really happy with being House elves. Yeah, maybe they're goblins. I don't know. Gringotts goblins. Of course. See, I'm a true Harry Potter fan. I definitely know what all the things in the stuff are. Totally. Yeah, the suspicious appearance of the goblins who, you know, just so happen to run the banks. OBE means knight. Order of the British Empire. Ah, thank you, Siska. For example, Sir Terry Pratchett, OBE. Ah, the people who get knighted. Do people still get knighted now that the queen is dead? Does anybody want to get knighted by fucking the king? No. Probably not. Baby dragons running the Harry Potter banks? That would be cute. Like literal, like baby dragons. The thing is, a lot of the time, like the anti-Semitic stereotypes are so entrenched in like media. You don't even know if people are doing it on purpose anymore. And the house elves are based off of hobgoblins and brownies. Brownies? For real? What? They're like, yeah, they're little creatures. Kobolds are baby dragons. Oh yeah, kobolds are the baby dragons, and goblins are not. I am definitely a fantasy enjoyer. I definitely know how they all look like. Brownies are very tasty. Anyway, I think we should move on from our Harry Potter stun log, because I don't know anything about. I know very little about the series, so any questions will not work. Yeah, Damakuno says I grew up on wuxia and anime. Is that Chinese anime? Is wuxia Chinese anime? That's just a guess, but it sounds like it maybe. So I'm not familiar with Harry Potter either. I'm not super in it. Like, I know things through societal osmosis, but that's all. Let's move on from J.K. Rowling. Wanted to point it out and talk about it, but you know. Remember Kingsley Shacklebolt, the Black Wizard? No, I do not, actually. But that's a horrible name. Not to mention the werewolf homophobia and the essay and all the and all that and fat phobia. I mean, it's all in there. I'm not surprised. Crow grew up on Russian bootleg Harry Potter. I bet that's nice. No, wuxia is like Chinese martial arts fantasy. Ah, I see. Thank you. We should make Discworld the cornerstone of society instead. But I know even less about that though. Do we get funny news now? Yes, actually, yes. We do get funny news now. God, this website. Hello, The Verge. Cookies for The Verge? Sure, why not? Yeah, a lot of people have read Harry Potter before they knew that JK, you know, like before JK Rowling was very outspoken about her beliefs, so, you know. Bored Ape NFT events attendees report severe eye burn. I mean, you just look at this little picture from the event and you immediately know why, right? Time to make a book club and force me to read Discworld. I mean, maybe I would have fun. Yeah, and Cho Chang, the Asian witch as well. I remember that. I thought NFTs were dead too, but alas, there was a little convention apparently. Yuga Labs says it's currently investigating reports of impeded vision and skin/eye injuries believed to be caused by unprotected exposure to UV lights during Ape Fest 2023. Brother, if you're going to Ape Fest, I don't know how much hope there's left for you, but you know, whatever. Guards is extremely good. Wachen. What did you just say? What did I just say? I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. That's always the question. It's like, which one do you mean? Unprotected exposure? Use a condom, guys. Use a condom for your eyes. They're called sunglasses. Anyway, welcome back, Joestar. Several people have reported experiencing eye pain, vision problems, and sunburned skin on Sunday after attending Ape Fest, a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection event in Hong Kong. That fucking sentence, brother. That ran from November 3rd to 5th. A Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection event in Hong Kong. Huh. That's a series of words that would make me stay as far away as a human possibly could. And I mean, I think I succeeded. I'm quite far away from Hong Kong at all times, actually, because I am in Germany. The NFT con sounds like a crypto land thing. It sounds bad, is what it sounds like. But rounded sunglasses make us Germans instantly evil. That's why I own a pair. They're so pretty. I love the little rounded sunglasses. They're great. So you're telling me and no one suffered that didn't deserve it? it's likely, unless some workers, maybe some workers were impeded by these lights too, but other than that, Antier at Ape Fest, excited to meet fellow Bloons fan, NFT what now? Oh yeah. The Bloons, it's all about the Bloons, it's all about the Bloons. Yeah, oh god, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Don't ask why the logo looks like a Nazi logo. Just don't ask. Some ApeFest attendees posted on X, formerly Twitter, after seeking medical attention, with one person reporting that they had been diagnosed with photokeratitis, aka welder's eye. Oh fuck, dude. That's no good. I'm very aware that you're not supposed to look into the light when welding English, because we welded in school. We welded before, and we were all, looking away. Everybody who didn't have glasses when our teacher was like welding something for us, when we did like woodworking and like blacksmithing and shit like that, we were all like, I'm not seeing. Very scared to look in there. Because you shouldn't do that. Oh, they're blinded by the lights. Fuck, that was not at all the melody. A condition caused by unprotected exposure to ultraviolet radiation. And another saying the issue was a result of UV from the stage lights. Bro. Leading to speculation that the injuries were caused by improper lighting used at the event. Amazing. Yeah, you gotta look which way it's turned. I don't know, I haven't seen the symbol actually. Looks at NFTs, my eyes, and I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I think that was better. Feel your touch. I woke up at 4 a.m., I'm guessing, and couldn't see anymore. Said Crypto June 777. Their names, dude. Had so much pain and my whole skin is burned. Needed to go to the hospital. I mean, that does suck. Even if you're a fucking crypto bro. Bro, that does suck for you. Anyone else's eyes burning from last night? Woke up at 3 a.m. with extreme pain and ended up in the ER, says this person as well. I saw a couple of reports, but I'm just trying to figure out if that was a common thread. Seems like it, bro. Seems like it. Yuga Labs, the blockchain company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT project, says it's aware of the situation and taking the report seriously. Bro, you should have taken it seriously when you fucking planned it, when you fucking purchased the lights, dude. What the hell? We are actively reaching out and in touch with those affected to better understand the root cause, said Yuga Labs spokesperson Emily Kitts in a statement to The Verge. Based on our estimate, the 15 people we've been in direct communication with so far represent less than 1% of the approximately 2,000-ish, 2,250 event attendees and staff at our Saturday night event. Still too many, no? Still a bit too many, no? Whoever made the lighting was a damn hero. NFT Bros having a real one, it's true. To be fair, they are not good at seeing common threads. They would have stopped buying NFTs if they did. I mean, Zecke, that would imply NFT Bros investigating something before diving straight into the action. That's a bit too much to ask. Okay, you guys are making great arguments. You're making great arguments. It is true. So when will our site come back? Box said maybe a week or two. Cool. Malcolm in the middle. God, I liked that show back when that was on at nighttime. For information purposes only, so far 30 hours since I woke up with... Wait, I need actually... This tweet's too long. I need to actually go see the tweet. Oh, this tweet is long. Fuck. Okay, fine. So far, 30 hours since I woke up with severe eye burn. I visited an emergency hospital and eye clinic and spent a total of 6 hours. I got diagnosed with photokeratitis over both eyes, accident related, with prescribed steroid eye drops and eye lubricant. Bro. My vision was tested as close to perfect with no serious cornea damage, luckily though. Okay. Some blindness is caused by unprotected exposure to the cornea and conjunctiva to ultraviolet UV light, specifically UVB. Snow blindness is therefore sunburn of the eye and can be extremely painful. Yeah, I know about that. And the medical costs are just $380. I mean, could be worse. Still very bad, but like... some friends called in ambulances for themselves. Still, altogether, it's not expensive. People, go get your eyes checked. I would say that's very expensive, actually. I think that's very expensive, actually. Now, I've seen some medical bills in America that have kind of desensitized me to how expensive these always are. But bro, you went to a convention. You shouldn't have to go get, like, you shouldn't have to go to the hospital for this. Crazy. Yeah, there's another post posting that in hope my friends suffering the same issue realize they need medical attention as soon as possible. He's like, guys, please go to the doctor. Bro, it's America, you privileged fuck. It's not expensive. What the fuck? You deserve it. Yeah, like, they are in Hong Kong, right? Them saying it's not expensive. It's like, yeah, for you guys maybe it isn't, but like, that's insane though. That's insane. You shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. Similar symptoms, which include sunburn and waking up to severe burning eye pain, were reported in 2017 by partygoers who attended a Hypebeast event. Fucking, none of these people are okay. They never planned this in any sort of way, huh? Yeah, they're in Hong Kong. But I mean, they're Americans in Hong Kong, so I don't really know how it works. The event's insurance probably will pay all those people back. At least they should. They should. They very much should, yeah. I hope they do. The landmark commercial complex, also in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, pay better attention, please. With the event's DJ later discovering lights used mainly for disinfection purposes had been installed at the venue. That doesn't sound like a good idea. The landmark venue did not feature on the Ape Fest event plan, though, and the two incidents appear unrelated, but they're both in Hong Kong. Okay. How you can say Hong Kong without having to close your jaw? That's my input. Close your jaw, Hong Kong. Yeah. That's true. I think. I don't really know. Imagine them just being there completely blind and going, nah bro, the eyesight is gonna go up any second now, trust. I mean, they are true NFT bros, so, you know, they just gotta trust. The eyesight will come back, right? The eyesight must come back. I'm too freedom brained. I also always think of America though when there's hospital bills, but you know, we can't all be Europe, right? We cannot all be Europe. Talking about Europe, I don't know if this one also summarizes the entire thing nicely. This one is like an update on it, so I think they do summarize the entire thing. So a Kindertagesstätte, a kita, a kindergarten, wants to rename themselves because they're called the Anne Frank Kindergarten. Kita is provisionally named after Anne Frank. That is a weird... Oh, is going to continue being named Anne Frank for now. Because apparently they talked about it and they wanted to name themselves something else, but now they won't, question mark? Anyway, let's get into the article. Kindergarten. rolls like a charm. Thank you. Talking about Europe, oh boy. Yeah, no, this one's not too bad. I mean, it is kind of bad, but not too bad. It's spelled Segway, actually. Segu? Segway. A daycare center in Sachsen-Anhalt wants to rename itself because the name Anne Frank has become too political. Huh? That's such a weird statement, bro. What do you mean too political? What do you mean too political, dude? Become too political? Like, now or when? I feel like it's always been a steady level of political, which is an okay level of political, I think. Like, huh? Excuse me? Talking about Europe, Americans prepping themselves to throw shit because we're not in full behind Israel. Let's go. Yeah, we are certainly not. Germany absolutely isn't. Too political? Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with the world? Yeah, she's a victim of the Holocaust. That would probably be, yeah. It's the same level of political as always. Anyway, after widespread criticism, the city declared there is currently no decision to be made. The current decision should be incorporated into the plans, whatever that means. You used to be better at translating this. Well, that's just what they said. It's nonsensical sentence, I think. The daycare center in the town of Tangerhütte, what a German town name, in Sachsen-Anhalt, has hit the national headlines after plans to rename, the daycare became known. The kindergarten is currently named after Anne Frank, the Jewish girl who was murdered in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in 1945 and later became known worldwide for her diary. In the future, the daycare center will be called Weltentdecker, 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 the Magdeburger Volksstimme reported in the weekend. So, like, world discoverer. Okay. Yeah, Germany is still being a piece of merde. Everywhere I go, it's just more and more anti-Semitism, either at the hands of Israel, America, Germany, or fucking France. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. So they are still thinking about renaming it, I suppose, but not currently gonna do that right now because they got a lot of backlash, I suppose. On Monday, the city of Tangerhütte announced that the decision to change the name is not currently pending. According to the press release, the idea of a new name was part of a longer renewal process. Discussions about this are still ongoing without a decision currently being made. Okay, so they're thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. Oops, I did it. So they may or may not do it. I think they shouldn't do it. I think a lot of schools and kindergartens are named after historical figures, and actually that's absolutely fine, and they should just keep it. World discoverer, so colonialism is not that political, I guess, right? It sounds very well. World explorer could also be a translation as well, but still, yeah. I am going to scream. Understandable. Mayor welcomes the new dynamic. Of course, the current public discussion about the naming will also be taken into account in the medium term, the city continues. We have received many constructive suggestions and proposals for which we are very grateful. Obviously, everybody who heard about this was like, what the fuck? Why are we suddenly we do not want to remember anymore? I think Germany is extremely selective when they do and do not want to remember what they did in, 1930s, etc., 1920s. They're like, right now, yeah, for Israel, we'll remember right now for Israel. Oh, for this, I think we will be stopping remembering now, said Tangerhütte Mayor Andreas Brom. These will add a new dynamic to the balancing process, which are welcome. Surely. The Volksstimme reported on the project after, as it writes, a horrified mother from Tangerhütte contacted the editorial team. According to Volksstimme, the daycare center has been named after Anne Frank since the early 1970s. Yeah, sounds like they should just keep it like that. Her diary, written in Dutch, was published shortly after the war in Germany for the first time in 1950. The book was added to UNESCO's World Documentary Heritage in 2009. There's no O in Luxembourg. You could put an O in there if you want to. Yeah, you could name it after a different historical figure if you really wanted to, but I guess they want to remove it from being political. I don't think it's it shouldn't be a divisive political thing to be named after Anne Frank. What are you saying? Are you concerned that Nazis don't want to bring their kids to this fucking kindergarten anymore? Who do you think you're alienating with this name? Right? Dutch mentioned. Is Caliban still here? Well, oh, sorry, I was in the bathroom. The Dutch. But that's for Vita, though. Anne Frank was born in Frankfurt am Main in 1929. Her parents fled to the National Socialists to Amsterdam in 1934 with Anne and her sister. After the Netherlands was occupied by Germany, the family hid in the back building at Prinsengracht 263. Today, the Anne Frank house is located there. We wanted something without political background. Shut up. Why? Why? Cheese and beer? Wooden shoes? Mm-hmm. Making something not political is actually a very political action. Changing this name would, especially right now, is a very political action, oddly enough. According to the Anne Frank Center in the US, more than 30 million copies of the diary has been sold worldwide. In Tangerhütte, however, knowledge of the little girl's story does not seem to be widespread. According to the city administration, the request to change the name comes from parents and employees of the daycare center. The fuck? Daycare director Linda Schicho told the Magdeburger Volksstimme that the facility's children's council had chosen a name that was more child-friendly. Bro, she was a child. It's just the name of a child. It's not like they're not like... What the fuck is not child-friendly about this? Education too is inherently political. Is this for real? Like, what the fuck? You can't just keep erasing your history, Germany. You deserve that fucking guilt. They're like, we actually need to rid ourselves of this guilt for this, but then for this one, we'll keep it. We're just gonna be super selective about it when we actually acknowledge our history and when we don't. Hey, maybe those employees should be taken out of there then, right? Like, fucking kindergartens usually are way overbooked anyway. Like, I'm sure you're not gonna have trouble finding kids to, like, take the places of those concerned parents or whatever. It's super revisionist. It's employees and parents, so yeah, both. The newspaper continues, according to the director, the story of Anne Frank is difficult to understand, especially for small children. One, they don't need to. Like, it's just the name of their fucking kindergarten. Dude, a lot of schools are called, like, the street is called Karl Marx Street. It's not like the people who live there don't need to have read Karl Marx in order to live on the Karl Marx Street. Like, it's not like they need to understand the entire thing. Also, it's not that difficult to understand. There's many, like, children's story versions explaining what happened to Anne Frank. It's not that difficult either. Jesus Christ. Even parents with a migrant background often have nothing to do with the name. Yes, but it's something that happened here. It's something that happened because of Germany. So, like, naming things after, like, it's not that hard to understand, is it? The parents with a migrant background argument doesn't sound very plausible. According to the 2020 census, Sachsen-Anhalt is one of the federal states with the lowest proportion of people with a migrant background. I mean, it is Sachsen-Anhalt after all. Like, yeah, I fucking read war literature as a kid. I had no problem understanding. There's a lot of things that, like, explain, especially Anne Frank's story, I think, explain it in, like, a kid-friendly way. You can explain it, aside from the fact that you don't need to know the backstory of the person that your establishment is a kindergarten, an establishment, your institution is named after. Like, really? Oh, what a fucking coincidence. The people who live there don't have to have read Karl Marx. They really should, though. They should, but they don't. It's not, like, necessary, you know what I mean? I like, in order to, like, reassure Isabel a little bit, I think for the most part, even though right-wingers want to stop this, for the most part, Germany is not doing too horribly about keeping the Holocaust in mind. Like, I think it's still, I don't know if this is true or not, but I know that most classes do still do trips to concentration camps, at least at one point, you know, like school trips, educational trips to go there and, like, see everything. And it's talked about a lot in history classes. Now, of course, maybe there's, like, outliers. Certain schools don't do it or something like that. And right-wingers certainly would love for schools not to do trips to, you know, whichever concentration camp anymore. But as of right now, they do still do it. So I'm trying to reassure you a little bit. Like, it is still happening around here. Yeah, we do need to defend that shit is still being taught. I agree with that. We do a much better job than the US, Canada, Australia, and Ireland about their respective genocides, though. I think so, too. Like, currently, at least in the education system as it is right now, like, at large, it is being talked about a lot. So, to reassure you. But there is, of course, always voices that don't want it to be talked about anymore. Daycare director Zecke continued, according to Volksstimme, we want something without political backgrounds. A signature collection for the new name is currently underway among the parents. So, like, it's mainly a parent thing in this one here. Seppo says, my favorite Bauer sucht Frau quote. Ich komme aus Sachsen, wo die guten Männer wachsen. Bro. I come from Saxony, where the good men grow. This makes a lot more sense in German because it rhymes. Yeah, those are the ones you know about. Yes, sorry about losing my cool. No, I understand that, though. I understand that. Like, I definitely empathize with this, because, like, this is an example of more people moving towards, hey, let's forget about this, instead of let's remember this, please. So I do understand this point of view as well. The project met with widespread, yeah, the project was met with widespread criticism. Sachsen-Anhalt's CDU-leader Sven Schulze tweeted that the CDU in the Tangerhütten city council would, of course, not agree. So even the CDU doesn't agree. So like that's good. To renaming the daycare center. He hopes that this also applies to all other city councils. Not only in today's world, but in general, such a suggestion is completely absurd, instinctive, and small-minded. Well, there you go, CDU. According to the MDR, this is der Mitteldeutsche Rundfunk, the chairman of the German-Israeli Society in Magdeburg, Tobias Kroll, spoke of the wrong signal. Although daycare providers are fundamentally free to decide on their choice of name, such a project still requires sensitivity. Yeah, agree with that. Even the CDU. I mean, like, if the CDU is against it, if even the CDU is against this one, like, I think they don't have a lot of support in changing their name. So, you know. They can forget the AfD alliance if they keep having normal brain takes. That's true. I mean, true. Even the CDU, they are firmly pro-Israel. You do gotta consider that as well. That is something that plays into it as well. You are right about that. Crow says, I live in a state that basically forgot about the abhorrent shit it's done in the past, and fighting so yours doesn't is very important. I agree with that as well. I agree. Aaron says, yeah, I remember learning in US history classes about the massacres we did towards the Native Americans and the massacres the Native Americans did to, like, the white settlers, and both having their demons. I wonder, it's very different, I bet, from state to state, from school to school in America too. I wonder how they, like, talk about their history. Usually I hear it's pretty, like, single-minded, I think. They are not super, yeah, I would also agree with Crow on that on that subject matter, that they're not really comparable when one is like one is a group of settlers coming there to take their land and use it for themselves, and the other ones are like, hey, please, hey, don't do that, please. Yeah. Listen, at least they pretended to have the best for Semites in mind, I guess. Yeah. It's better than nothing, I suppose. In this situation, it's better than nothing. Okay. So we have the Anne Frank story out of the way. But Arabs are Semites too. Yeah, not all Semites. Fuck, I did the wrong thing. That's what I learned when I took an Arabic course one time in university. They were like, did you know that when we talk about anti-Semitism, for instance, as a word, Semites, we're talking about Jewish people, but actually the Arabic languages and the Arabic is included in that. Joestar went to schools that didn't teach slavery. That's insane. That's wild. Like, that's like the country's history. I find that crazy not to talk about that at all. Huh. Crow says, if you learn anything about the natives, how the natives were treated, I can't imagine you thinking that both sides were wrong. Yeah, me neither, really, me neither. Damakuno says, my grandfather used to be in the Communist Party, and they were painted as terrorists by the British. Your opposition is actually always terrorists, you know? I mean, yeah, Dutch is a Germanic language, but you wouldn't call the Dutch folk Germans. Yeah, it's I guess it's a bit complicated. I don't know. I don't know too much about that. This is another thing that's been sent to me. I do, they're swamp Germans. No. This is another thing that has been sent to me. About a certain group of people trying to ally with another group of people. The enemy becomes a friend. Enemy becomes friend. A new book from the new right-wing Jung Europa publishing house promotes an alliance with believing Muslims. So basically, like, conservatives trying to ally with conservatives of another group. Will this work? That's what I said, Victor. That's what I said. I'm like, why the fuck is their logo the Overwatch logo? This confirms that they're evil. That's exactly what I said. Foe turns friend is way better because they both start with an F. You're so right. You're so right. That's a much nicer translation. I agree. It looks like the fucking Overwatch logo. It isn't, by the way. This apparently is the logo of the Jung Europa Overwatch. It is not. At Jung Europa, the new right-wing small publisher from the identitarian bubble, an author named Frederik Höfer published the title "Enemy Image of Islam as a Dead End." So he's basically advocating, hey, we're both like religious fundamentalists in a way. We might be Christian and you might be Muslim, but like we can ally together against the progressives or something like that, I suppose. The FTF, is that female to female? Yes, that's female to even more female. Oh, you're still mad you didn't get into an linguistics class. Would be fun. I'm sure it would be fun. Oh, feminist to female. Ah, I see. Höfer, a successful bodybuilder from the Ruhr region, had previously appeared in the now defunct Arkady magazine, which was part of the identitarian milieu, like space. For a right-wing lifestyle magazine, Höfer's mix of muscles and patriotism was certainly attractive. I can imagine. He sounds like the perfect guy to have for this. His book is an attempt to develop a right approach to post-homogeneous society, says the announcement text. It is therefore a matter of coming to terms with the reality of decades of migration from an identitarian perspective. That is so wild. Like, how are you gonna convince your fellow right-wing friends to not be anti-immigrants anymore? That's gonna be a hard sell, I think. That's gonna be a hard sell. Oh, gamer. Isabel. Hugs for Isabel. Hugs for Isabel. They are a new group. Did they steal the Overwatch symbol? Did they play Widowmaker? I'm sure they did. I'm sure they play Overwatch in their free time. Deviating from the repatriation, what a word, deviating from the repatriation fantasies typical of the milieu, it is clear to the author from his own experience that the fight for an original German ethno-hegemony is a lost effort, especially in the West German metropolitan areas. Bro has given up on his ethno-state. Fair enough. I mean, I feel like that's honestly a bit more realistic than trying to somehow argue that they're going to be able to kick everybody who's not ethnically German out of the country, because I feel like that would be very hard to do, even if they did somehow rise to power. But he's just given up on it and is proposing a different sort of alliance. I find that very interesting. Höfer therefore strives for a multicultural society on a large basis. His biography, above all, serves as a reference. On the publisher's author's page, it says that it was not the foreigners with whom he wielded iron for years, but rather the alienation from the majority of his own compatriots who were pro-federal Republicans that made Höfer find a new home in freedom-loving Saxony. Bro! He moved to Saxony. Of course he did move to Saxony. Of course he did. By the way, leaving the memeing aside, the symbol is supposed to be a Spartan shield with the letter lambda embossed on it. I see. The Spartans famously defending Europe against the invading Persians. I see. That's where that comes from. Okay. It's like okay. Famously, they're really taking that L. The lambda, they're taking the L. That is true. That is very true. Jesus Christ. Okay, of course he moved to Saxony. I'm not surprised. Anyway, Höfer sees his own scene on the wrong path in its rejection of Islam and advocates for an alliance instead. I don't see him. I do not see him getting like anywhere with that though. I don't think his fucking compatriots are gonna be on board with this at all. Aw, thank you. The sweetness is back in chat again with Isabel. The sweetness is coming back in. The sweetness comes back around. we have come back. We're so back from from the start of stream. They're doing some hardcore LARPing here. Yeah, with this logo, absolutely 100%. In the male-dominated gyms and weight benches, the author had a lot of multicultural contact and learned a lot about the true Islam, which he does not want to withhold from the extra systemic opposition camp, because Höfer sees his own scene on the wrong path and in its rejection of Islam, and instead advocates for an alliance. For Germans in particular, believing Muslims offer themselves as allies in the fight against Western decadence and the French radical enlightenment path. Jesus, bro is mentally not well, I think. At the same time, he addresses German Muslims who are not comfortable with the left liberal reality of the Federal Republic of Germany and who are inclined towards a traditional basic view. I mean, they're both there's groups there that are also traditionalists, so I guess it makes sense that they would try to find an allyship situation there, but again, I doubt he'll find the support he needs for that. Allying with hate groups is historically a good idea. Not like they are known for backstabbing or anything like that. No. I mean, which one is gonna backstab first is the question. You are welcome as a reader, ultimately, according to the tenor. Both sides have more in common than they realize. They might, but they also have some very important differences. Now, I know tenor as like one word, as a word with one meaning, but I think it has another meaning as well, because I'm like, why would it matter that he's a tenor? Höfer's list of Western transgressions illustrates the proximity. Feminism, progressivism, of course, restrictions on the parental authority, national masochism, and the LGBTQ cult. There it is, of course. You gotta ally up on being anti-LGBTQ. Like, what else are you gonna ally up on otherwise? Transgressions, indeed, yeah. What is a tenor? A tenor is a man who is not a bass. When, like, in singing, there's sopranos, there's altos, there's tenors, and there's basses. Always sounds weird when I say it in English, but I'm pretty sure that it means something else additionally, but I don't know. Wait, actually, I have this fucking plugin. I just need to find it again. The general meaning, sense, or content of something. There you go. I'm a tenor. And yeah, it's a nice singing range, yeah. It's a nice singing range. Crow is smart enough not to do a coalition with me. Seppa would have backstabbed immediately. Immediately. Role performance at disadvantage. Me? Oh no. Not me. Anyone who wants to fight all of that, being progressive movements, has to stick together, especially since religion as an antipode. The direct opposition of something else. Antipode to materialism should fundamentally be respected. Höfer's goal is a realignment of the right in a traditional turnaround. In the AfD's anti-Islamic stance, however, he sees a hopeless Western course that is hardly compatible with conservative basic beliefs and only drives Muslims into the opposite camp. Yeah, I understand where he's coming from is like a bad thing to say, I feel like, because obviously I don't fuck with what he's coming from, but like I see the point of view. Like, I have my dice in my hand. I'll put the dice away again. I see the basic point of view that you do have a lot of beliefs that like they go together with Muslim fundamentalists, but you know, like religion as the opposition. I see the internal logic. It doesn't mean that it is moon logic, and it is of course just rooted in a very specific bigotry. Like this guy Höfer is like, yeah, okay, I'm not super racist. I'm not like super racist, but I am super I'm super misogynist and super like LGBT anything phobic, homophobic, transphobic, all of those phobics. I'm all of those. But I'm not super racist, so I could fuck with these guys. It's like, okay. You still have a lot of problems here though, buddy. You still have a lot of problems here though. I am super racist against the Saxons, but there's Leipzig in there. There's Leipzig. But Bavaria, yeah, you're right. Bavaria, you're right, of course. I don't know if I want to read the entire thing. It's a bit long. Wait, let me see how long we've been going. Yeah, it's been about 2 hours. I'm all the phobics, but not all the isms. Yep, that's basically him. Don't be racist against me. Don't be racist against Caliban. No, Seppo. And the Dutch. And the Anhaltines. And the Badians. Damn, Siska has a long list. Oh my god, based, I'm racist like 4 years ago. Well, but this guy isn't. But Höfer isn't, though. He's just transphobic and homophobic and misogynistic and many other things. Cats are hydrophobic. My dog is also hydrophobic, actually. My dog is also hydrophobic. Yeah, would he fuck with the gray wolves then, I wonder? That's a good question, actually. Bro, the former NPD cadre, like a small group of people specially trained for a particular purpose. Thor von Waldstein, bro, that name. Who otherwise adjusts their ideological compass of the Institute for State Politics as an author, contributed a benevolent afterword to the book. Oh, that guy fucks with it. Even the fucking NPD dudes fuck with it. That's crazy. He repels water. He does. He is one repelled by water, and also he repels water as well, actually. Höfer constantly uses formulations that are intended to feign erudition. The quality. So he's like faux intellectual. He's pretending to be smart in this book, apparently. The result then sounds like this, but it overlooks, i.e., the position that assumes the assimilation of Muslims into the Western lifestyle, that the absorption potential of the Muslim community is limited, and that the erosion of the ability to bond in turn triggers norm-centered feedback, which expresses themselves in the growth of particularly formally strict tendencies. Elsewhere, a cluster of motives enters into root reasons, and the following evergreens are listed pars pro toto as an example of levels in order to make the point clear. Yes, he's like writing his book in order to sound like faux smart. I understand what they mean by that. Historical generals, on the other hand, are famous for confetti-like giving away of human lives for their mission. So he talks about anything and everything in this book, I suppose. I mean, it's like an autobiographical book somewhat, I think. Anyway, Tenchi's elemental weakness is water-type personas. It's true. He doesn't like it. He does not like it. He doesn't like to get wet. He doesn't even like the puddles on the ground when it's been raining. God, we do have to... Oh shit, if we want to react to that video too. I really thought we had less content for today, but apparently we have a lot of content for today. That's an interesting article. I think I would like to read it again in German, like maybe in my own time, to like understand it better. Because like for the content I want to translate it, but otherwise. This is a funny. Would you like to see a funny? Would you care for a funny? Of course you would care for a funny. I mean, we need funnies every now and then. So this was a TikTok posted by a student, a German student. This was apparently, I don't know if this was advertised either. I think I saw it on TikTok itself as well. Give us a funny. I'll hand you a funny. And this person poses the question, hey, do you think you'll ever recover from this? We need some levity, of course we do. It's a little funny, I think. Okay, so this guy is complaining about his university. He's saying, everything is full of stickers. And when I have stickers like... Fuck, how the fuck do you translate Enteignung? I'm like, I can easily translate this. Enteignung, which means like taking away property, depropertyization, Enteignung. Yeah, he's talking oh god, I've only heard this in German. Expropriation. It's expropriation. I've never heard this word in English before. There you go. Enteignung. Expropriation. Stickers code for something? No, it's just stickers. He's talking about like a place in his university. So he has stickers that say stuff like expropriation. I mean, to fight.
Besetzen.
Occupy.
Ich finde die Atmosphäre dann irgendwie nicht so angenehm.
I don't really like the atmosphere that creates this.
Ich war tatsächlich echt schockiert, weil
I was actually really shocked because
das so nicht erwartet hatte und es
I didn't expect it like that.
Vielen anderen Studenten auch so.
And many other students were feeling the same way.
Die sich gefragt haben, wo sind wir denn jetzt hier gelandet?
That were asking themselves, where did we end up here? So basically, he saw a lot of progressive stickers, probably like on a toilet somewhere in the university. Progressive stickers saying like, take back the seize the means of production. That's that's the vibe. That's the vibe. I don't really know how to explain expropriation. It's like for example, if somebody if like I'm so bad at fucking talking, dude. Seize the means of production. Something like that would be something that he would have seen on these stickers, or like fight, bekämpfen, like I'm assuming they're talking about, on these stickers, they must have been talking about the working class and like occupy maybe abandoned houses or something like that, or like houses that are like empty but owned by somebody, occupy those sorts of houses, whatever. I don't know what the actual stickers were. You saw him too, Galax, yes. Fight oppression, probably. This is not German Jordan Peterson. This was just a little guy who's surprised that there's progressive people at his university. This is just a little guy who doesn't want progressive leftists at his university, you know? Arbeiter an einer Uni, unvorstellbar. Yeah, down with private ownership of land. Basically, yeah, those vibes, exactly. I'm always in favor of seizing the means of production. Well, he isn't. He was like, this creates an atmosphere that I'm not really comfortable with, is what he's saying. Calix is saying, in my uni, communist memes on the stall doors are made with Mr. Worldwide himself. Exactly, let's go. Progressives at my university? More likely than you think. Yeah, more likely than he thinks, for sure. He was not expecting that. I find it very, very funny. It's like, you guys are all such leftists here. That's so weird. Why are you such leftists here? Basically, little mama's boy, first time out with parents' wealthy bubble. Yeah, truly. Like, he was probably always chilling in like the like top 1% or whatever bubble, maybe not quite 1%, but like rich people bubble. And then he goes to a university and, oh no, witnesses the terror of the working class. I bet he studies BWL. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know though. I don't know if he does. If the stickers are making him uncomfortable, the stickers are in fact doing their job. It's true. Oh, your brother listens to Jordan Peterson? Oh no, he let me use his Audible account, and I say Peterson's book. You saw Peterson's book amongst the collection. He also into fantasy and cosmic horror. Well, those are fun. Those are nice. I like those. Peterson less so. What is BWL anyway? It's a good question. BWL is a studium. Studium, God, that's so German of me, Jesus. BWL, you can study that in order to then be able to tell your clients in the future, hey, you should make more money than you spend. It's like financial shit, Betriebswirtschaftslehre, of course. Of course. People are sad and want change. That's not a nice atmosphere. This dude probably, literally though, it's like, wow, the atmosphere is a little hostile right now. They're saying, what, down with the 1%? But I am the 1%. Why down with me? I want to go up instead. Jesus, we need to... God, we're gonna skip over some videos again today, probably. Jesus. Anyway, I want to watch the XQC. Do I want to watch the XQC thing? I think I should watch the XQC. Why am I lisping? How did this happen? It's economy studies, but it's specific to firms, like market studies and shit. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I should listen to that book. Everyone complains about him, but I never really heard his views from a lens that isn't from people criticizing him. That's fair enough, yeah. Like, you can do that, yes. You can definitely. Yes, please. It's so bad. Yes, we should talk about XQC. We're gonna talk about XQC, and then we'll see how much, if we get through everything or not. Doesn't matter. It's fine. It's cool. Well, I wanted, by the way, it says so right here. XQC reacting to an Israel attack on Gaza live on stream is the subject matter, but we're watching an Will video because he, one, summarizes everything very nicely, and I didn't have all of this, like all of these sources saved, so he does have them saved, so I don't need to bother with it. And two, he said something that I want to comment on. because this one is kind of pre-watched, because I was just putting this on to like listen to it earlier, and then I decided, hey, he says some stuff that I would like to comment on, so that's why I'm watching the video of this guy. Now, this is a little bit long, but he's kind of funny, so like, it's actually good though. XQC cloud farmed off of Gaza bombings and then showed his wealth to people who criticized him. Yep, that's the TLDR of what happened. That is exactly the TLDR of what happened. I want to watch the XQC. Do I want to watch the XQC? Yeah, that should be the reaction. Isn't it? Isn't it? Since your German stream, your English gets worse. You're becoming a true German again. Yay, back to basics. Is XQC the guy who had an animation made about him where he's a monster stealing people's eyes? Yes, that's the guy. That is the guy. Yeah, this is Oompaville. I've been watching him sometimes recently. Not too much a while ago, but now
Still a YouTuber, guys, and yep, we're talking about XQC. Over the weekend, I tried quitting YouTube and becoming a DoorDash driver.
I wasn't aware of that.
Until I accidentally delivered a jar of urine instead of a milkshake from Chick-fil-A.
I also don't know what this is a reference to.
You know
Don't
this
worry, he
goblin,
gets to
right?
it.
He's so funny. He's the best streamer ever in the history of all streamers, and he's on Kick, and he's a goblin, a human goblin. He's been in a lot of drama in the last many years.
He is always in drama because he instigates drama, yes.
He's in a lot of drama. He's
oh my
not
god,
a
it's the
terrible
sniper,
guy,
Team Fortress, yay!
but he's also insufferable. Completely insufferable. Types in all caps.
Yeah, and the rabbit hole.
what the fuck? What clip is this? This looks so ancient, holy shit.
Juicer 7.3659 Foxtrot.
Crazy fellow. He's a troll. That's what he does. He's really good at it.
Oh my god!
What?
Bro, I just got a brilliant flashback. What if you were to travel fast and
I don't even know what he's up on, what he's on about.
Just in case you weren't.
But yeah, he's definitely a troll. This is something he says, what the fuck is his name? I don't want to call him fucking Oompa Will. That's such a goofy ass name. I don't know his real name though, so that's what we're gonna say. That's what Oompa Will says a lot in this video, that he's a troll. And that is true, obviously. Like, he makes himself look even dumber than he actually is on the internet just for clicks and views all the time. And now that will not, in fact, absolve him of any guilt of his actions, which Oompa Will also agrees with. Oompa Loompa Dippity Doo Doompity Doo. I don't remember. Of course, that guy would be on Kick. Yeah, I mean, obviously. First of all, the gambling. Second of all, the horrible opinions. Like, XQC loves gambling. I mean, obviously, he's on Kick. It's not surprising.
Weren't aware. All right, obviously, everyone knows that.
What's that thing? Is that a dog?
Ooh.
If we pan the camera
Is that a dog?
out beyond just XQC,
Yes,
React
big
content
dog.
in general has garnered quite a bit of scrutiny
Me reacting to this video right now, like, yeah, no, I know
in the
that.
past few months. If you've been aware of that as well, you got Sniper Wolf and all of her wisdom.
Gotta use every last brain cell for this one.
You got
Sorry, Sniper Wolf mentioned, I'm sorry. Also, hi, Aiden.
XQC leaving
that a
10
pigeon?
minutes of
Yes.
just dead footage as he walks away from his desk, reacting to some kind of video someone spent hours making.
React content, definitely not something I would ever do. I say reacting to this video. Every clip of him gives me like
Literally
10 to 30 mental damage. It's true. It's true. Sometimes I will tell you, sometimes I've chuckled at an XQC clip before. It can happen, but it doesn't happen a lot. Sniper Wolf's masterclass of doxing when? I mean, that would be original content, right? That would be original content. She should totally
letting
do
other
that.
creators babysit his audience while he's gone. He doesn't care. He got a $100 million contract from Kick. Dude does not give a fuck. You even got Asmongold. Potentially the best edition of all the reactors out there, especially in terms of streamers. And probably the most
Yeah, I never watch Asmongold, by the way. Like, never.
invested person in the Johnny Depp v. Amber Heard situation, to be honest.
Jesus Christ, holy shit. Vibes based, I don't really like Asmongold very much, but I don't know much about Asmongold, so there you go. Okay, second, the difference is you likely are gonna be making this, an over 30-minute video of the rest, for the rest of the stream. I talk too much. I'm a very active reactor. Asmongold is a fucking reactionary gremlin. Okay, the vibe check was correct then. Okay, he's fallen hard, sadly. Okay, good. I mean, not good, but like, I'm glad my vibe check was accurate, because like that was in fact the vibe.
The ultimate result
fell
of
off
all
hard,
the scrutiny
yeah,
of reaction channels is there's been some accountability taken. Even Sniper Wolf is linking channels now in her.
That's crazy, by the way. That's cool. I mean, that's cool that she does that. It's still too little, and Sniper Wolf is still annoying, but like at least something.
Description, and people have kind of just taken a bit of a better step in the right direction. Mutahar, my friend, and XQC had a bit of a beef after XQC reacted to this video.
See, Mutahar, on the other end, is very based, as far as I know.
About JFK's assassination.
His job was to prepare
Yeah, fucker.
the books for shipping. He did so by filling out forms and transporting cartons of books between the upper floors and the first.
By the way, I don't even think there was a gun used. I don't think he ever even got shot. I think that's just what his head did. Weird. And
happens sometimes. Based Mutahar mention. Let's go Mutahar mention.
Completely left.
Muta is great. Yeah,
for a
I
solid
agree.
chunk of the video. It was so weird.
Yeah, just walking out while you're reacting is like something else. Like, what the fuck is this
It's
image?
been 3 months since his last.
You talking a lot is good. The fair use regulations, thank you. It's true. I know. I cannot shut up. Physically unable to shut up. That is why I'm the best reaction streamer out there. Thank you very much. Aaron says, I get Asmongold mixed up with the other reaction guy who is also a skinny white guy with long hair and a beard. Oh, Moist Critical? Charlie? Yeah, probably. Penguin Z, he has so many names.
Big controversy. And now he's back to it, guys. Back to getting canceled. Back to being a piece of shit. And simply not giving a which I'm gonna be honest, it's hard not to just have a little respect for them.
No, it's very easy to have no respect for him, actually. It's super easy to have zero respect for XQC. Watch me. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it all the time, actually. Every second of my life. It's crazy how easy it is.
Because I could never do that. I could never just simply not care about being an absolute piece of shit. But some people that do, it's like, all right, that's pretty cool.
I don't think it's very cool, actually. No, it's not. Negative respect, in fact. Also, yeah, I have mixed opinions on Charlie because he's often too centrist-y, but you know. Yeah, no, he's too centrist, like Fence City on a lot of issues.
That's an interesting way to think. And me, a 19-year-old white boy from Virginia, I'm now making a video about it. And quite frankly...
You're not- wait, that was a joke though, right? Is he 19? No. He's not 19, right? Bro, you can gaslight me so easy. That was a joke, right? That was like a reference to something that I don't know, right? Back to being a piece of shit. Did he ever stop? No, not really.
At this point, even though I'm a 19-year-old white boy from Virginia, it feels like I'm a parent getting called to pick up my
You're not
child
19.
from
Are
school.
you? No. Are you? No way. That must be a joke, right? Can I Google this? Is this information that I can find on the internet? That can't be fucking true. That cannot be true. That cannot be true. No, it says 27 down here. It says 27. He's 27. It was a joke. It was a joke. He's 27. I think. At least Google told me so that's all I can say. Bro, you can't just say that. No, he's 27. No, I would have felt... I don't know. I wouldn't have felt old. I would have just felt weird. Because, like, he looks so much older than me. I'm like, what? Why don't I look like that? No, he's 27. That
into
makes
the
sense.
principal's office like, what did he do this time? And my kid's a 6...
I wanted to say, most old-looking 19-year-old ever. Yeah, like, sorry, what? Like, he looks way older than 19, and he is. He looks 27, or like 25, whatever they all look, something like that. It's just, huh? Why don't I look like that if you're 19? But anyway. Keeping on.
6 gangly goblin from under a fucking bed. But today, my gangly little son got in trouble for reacting to Israeli airstrike footage live on his stream. By the way, everyone's seen this kind of footage, but it's a bad look when a reaction streamer is just profiting off of actual serious things that are going on in the world.
It's more than just a bad look. It's morally abhorrent,
Humans
actually.
have an endless appetite for distractions, and XQC is I don't even know, dude. He's an administrator of distractions, this guy. And he knows nothing. He's an idiot. His reactions are just, that's crazy. Jesus, what the fuck? and then he does a Wojak face. Like, that's what he is capable of adding to a situation. And
which is exactly the problem, of course. I agree with that. Also, beyond the initial reaction, which he will get into soon in the video, beyond the initial reaction, it's not just that, it's also his response to people calling him out.
when you take that and then you just use it to just urinate all over serious situations like what's going on in the Middle East, it's not exactly great. It's kind of bad. And guys, let's get a hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train, guys. Another airstrike. Hype train, guys. And once again,
Yeah, it's fucking dystopian. It's absolutely dystopian. Like, news channels also can be said to profit off of bad news, but XQC basically just re-uploaded news footage. The way, it's like, XQC has nothing to say about it. Like, it's not really XQC's, like, venue. XQC is not like is not a news outlet. 2, is not like a commentator who's trying to, like, do, like, political activism or something by showing this. That's what he was asked to do by his viewers, by the way, as far as I'm aware. They were like, hey, can you please speak out on this? And all he does is, like, watch it and Sojak at it, or Wojak at it. Me using internet terms? No way. Like, fucking pog face at it, and doesn't, like, doesn't say anything. He didn't open, like, a fucking fundraiser for Gaza or something. He didn't link any fucking, I don't know, sources or whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. I'm smaller than a grain of rice, hard to discern any aged features. Jesus, Aiden. I would have had respect if he said, dude, chat, for every donor I'm donating to Palestine relief charity. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly, like, he could have very simply used his platform for good in this situation, but he just made, like, more content off of it. And then the even more important part, I feel like, when he was called out about it, he's like, haha, I'm rich, shut the fuck up, which is the stupidest possible response to this at all. Hi, Wolfie. Hey, it's been a while. Welcome.
Intelligent commentary is really what kind of makes this, it just makes it weird.
Yeah, he pixeled the thing. Yeah, he's just sitting there.
Jesus!
Jesus! Dude. Come on, man.
We missed the XQC BreadTuber arc. Imagine though. Imagine though. I don't think it's possible, but imagine though.
Don't be a piece of shit. I'm not really one to say profiting off of one specific thing is bad, but at the same time, like, this is like a true pinnacle of, if I ever saw myself become this, I think it's time. I think it's finally time. Jack's Films could have a bingo card for this man and his reactions, genuinely. They're just as bad as Sniper Wolf.
Whoa!
Yeah, they are. They are just as bad as Sniper Wolves. It's absolutely true. You've been very busy. I hope you've been doing well, Wolfie. Seppo says the most entertaining stuff I watched from him was mainly TTS commentary, commentating his gameplay. Like, XQC is just like a weird creature. He should stay in his place, dude. Don't escape your enclosure, dude. Like, know your place.
It's not, if not worse. He's just a guy. And he's the same exact attitude as her, though. Like, it's the same, they're the same person, really.
The utter empty stare I just had looking at that. I feel like I'm slowly going insane. Honestly, yeah, me too. Oh my god, Wolfie has a mohawk now. Good things happening during my absence, I see. And that man made Isabel a gambling addict, so this is another reason why we cannot support XQC.
Really, one's just a guy and is way less beautiful. Legitimately 50 times less beautiful than the other. So, you guys probably understand why the choice of using footage of an airstrike on the Gaza Strip as fodder for reaction content by a really famous and extremely rich streamer, it's fairly insensitive and it's fairly dumb and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And that's true. He immediately started to receive pushback. Then it was cut from the streams and then re-uploaded to his clip channel, which is just
even more insane. Like, it wasn't just on stream, it was also clipped.
Absolutely awesome. There was a lot of tweets and stuff calling him out.
Okay, don't kill. Crow says, okay, don't kill me, but XQC kind of cute, not gonna lie. See, I said this, I think I said something similar once before. Like, if he didn't speak, he would be much better. You know, like, he would be much better. Like, he's, yeah. I understand I understand where you're getting at from this angle. But, like, he does speak, so anything, like, any potential is immediately wasted by the things that he says. And does! Also the acts, not just the speaking. Like, if he just didn't do anything and didn't say anything, Crow's like, I can fix some guys. No, I see Crow's angle. I love how we're enabling each other. Crow and me, we are like in a feedback loop of enabling each other. And I love that for us. Anyway.
And obviously, XQC had to make a response because Twitter mad. Twitter is illogical. Twitter is full of a bunch of blue hairs. Northern blue hairs, guys. I hate northern blue hairs. Especially when they're from Twitter. You can tell he feels this way because he made a video saying I made Twitter mad, which is hilarious because that's you didn't just make Twitter mad. You're a piece of shit. Though, like,
it's not about making Twitter mad. First of all, I hate, again, this is what Rev does too. We haven't talked about Rev in forever, by the way, but you know, we're busy at the moment. This is what Rev does do. Rev does also. He generalizes all of Twitter as progressives, which is just not the case. There's so many Nazis on Twitter. Like, a lot of Twitter doesn't care about that at all. A lot of Twitter is very much the opposite of what you call all of Twitter, you know? He needs to be only eye candy. Okay, I support the hustle. Yeah, basically like that. It's my idea. It's my thought. Yeah, just sit there, you know, get somebody to like fix his like hair for him, you know, because that's usually not in a great situation. Just sit there. Ref reaction on Friday? I mean, if he posted something interesting, maybe. If we don't have a lot of stuff to talk about, maybe.
Not just illogical things make Twitter mad. This is pretty insensitive, brother. And I'm not really...
Yeah, it's just like, this is something that would have made any person mad. Just like a human person. It doesn't have to be a Twitter user.
One for being sensitive.
So I think in degrees of harm, I'm on the very lower scale of it. Because everybody's milking the fucking and I just watched it.
Couple of big fat W tweets calling the Goblin out. Noodle Vivo, like I said, 5.3 million impressions and 155,000 likes. Pretty cool.
I'm out of bed, okay? I'm out of sleep on the couch, okay? I wake up to this okay? I look at this guy, okay? And this guy, Noddle.
Brother doesn't know the word noodle. Insane, by the way. Insane. Like, bro, I know you're Canadian, but like, you still, like, English should still be your primary language, no? Like, brother, why do you not know what a noodle is? Are you okay? Are you okay? I don't know. Victor says, oh no, not a long time without Rev. Whatever shall we do? Yeah, we've been doing pretty well. We've been faring pretty well, I think.
Noddle Vevo. Guys, I'm not gonna. Guys, I don't like roasting people based on their name because I don't know it. Because there's so many creators these days, I don't know their names.
And then you have XQC, who is incapable of...
He is Quebecois. He is, but like, they speak English there too, no? I'm pretty sure. I still believe he can't speak French. I think he can. Well, no, you're right, actually. He speaks Quebecois, which, if you ask any French person, is in fact not French, so you're right, actually.
Seeing fault in his own actions, responds in a way that you would definitely be able to predict. Check this shit out. But wait, before we go into it, how do you think he responded?
Well, I already know.
With a genuine, sincere apology, and him outlining his ignorance about the world and the way that things work.
No.
Little bubble that he lives in, because he's a very rich streamer. B, I'm sorry, lol. C, holding money up to either one of his ears and then saying, huh. If you guess C, then you're but you're also right. That's
yeah,
right.
Well, we already know that. Have a good time in the elevator, Wolfie. Have a good time. He has a certain je ne sais quoi, je ne sais pourquoi tu étais.
Guys, C. He chose C. He did this. I mean, what? Can you be any more unlikable?
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen this post, right? If you haven't seen this post, this is how XQC responded to the drama over on Twitter by just sitting there and flexing his cash, which, you know, yeah, he did forget to say D. he did in fact forget option D, which doesn't really address any of the criticism. Actually, also isn't a counter argument on any level whatsoever.
Well, he's untouchable at this point. The guy actually is just he's profiting off of just negativity and just being negative and just being hated. Like, that's what he's becoming. He's becoming male Sniper Wolf. It's crazy. We can do some math really quick, though. In general, on Twitter, the audience is kind of 50-50 split nowadays with, you know, people being on whatever side of the aisle they decide to be on for some reason or another. The original tweet, Noodle's tweet, calling him out, had 5.3 million views and 155,000 likes, which is 3% engagement. Pretty solid for a viral tweet. That's seen as favorable. XQC's response had 13.9 million views and 20,000 likes, which is 0.1% engagement. That's
Lost the engagement battle. What can we say? Lost the engagement battle. L
Like
plus
what I get.
ratio.
That's like my level of engagement. Very embarrassing. Very, 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 very embarrassing. A bunch.
Seppo says, I'm so glad and so much happier since I'm not on Twitter as often anymore. I understand that. You gotta use Twitter responsibly, for sure. Like, if you're always on Twitter, it's gonna be a sad
People
day.
took their chance to ratio him, as one does when you're being ignorant on Twitter. My buddy Quite said, your soul remains empty. And then XQC said, your bank account relates.
Yeah, he's fucking beefing with Quite now. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Bruh. That is awesome. Money is the most important thing in the world, and that is just unequivocally true. Demonstrably true.
Yeah, he thinks any argument can just be defeated, won with the argument like, hey, I have more money than you, so therefore I'm in the right. Huh? He is completely dumb, so he tries to act like he has no brain to avoid criticism of how dumb and rude he is. Basically, like, he tries to act dumber than he is in order to deflect, and, like, you know, doesn't work out well for him, apparently. Needs a label like cans of beer, like, please Twitter responsibly. Don't Twitter and drive. It should have those, yeah.
Literally the lifeblood of every single human's enjoyment, pleasure, action, reason for motivation, inspiration. It is
the only thing, 100%,
be all
of course,
end
yes.
all of everything that is also to the beginning of time too. Not even just now, but like since we were born 2 million years ago, as what we are as modern humans, just we loved money.
Yeah,
and
money is the only thing, of course. Money is the only thing that matters in humanity. I'm 100%, obviously. As a socialist VTuber, I agree. He has more money, so he's in the right, or more likely in the alt-right. Got him. Yeah, he did actually just try to use his wealth to say he didn't do anything bad. I don't even know what he's trying to say. Basically, just like flexing on people who are voicing valid criticism to him, like, haha, I have money, I don't care what you say to me, it doesn't matter that your criticism is absolutely valid and substantiated because I can't hear you over the sound of my money.
Shiny stuff. And if you didn't love shiny stuff, ones that did would gather together and use rocks and smash your head. They just kept smashing. For a while.
Yeah, that reminds me of his debate with Ethan. Yeah, very much so. He was not doing very well in his debate with Ethan.
Couple 100,000 years. Quite then ratios him again, says keep gambling, and then he says anything else. And then he says, glad to see the divorce lawyers are well paid. That is just so slick. This guy is goober. He's got money.
I also loved how Destiny coached XQC before the debate, and it didn't work at all, and Jesus Christ.
That's it. That's literally it. He's got everything that doesn't matter. Like, in the grand scheme of things, obviously, money is incredibly important. I'm not ignorant. I'm not an idiot. I understand that money is incredibly important. By the way, go buy Sour Boys. We're releasing another new flavor.
No, don't advertise on my video. No, it's fine. Yeah.
Since on Twitter caused XQC's historic rival to awake, Mudahar, aka Sog.
Yeah, XQC is, I think, currently going through a divorce or something. Or maybe the divorce already, I don't know, it's very messy.
Some ordinary gamer, he roused from his deep hibernation to offer a very valid criticism of XQC and his distasteful deeds, but also others who are also hype training the conflict in the Middle East. Not to sound like a defense, because having this reaction is insane. A decade ago, this would be vilified in the creator space, but now it seems silly to single XQC out of talking about the situation when so many others are using this situation for content. That said, flexing like that is just so trashy.
That's a weird take, though. We were hyping up Mudahar earlier, but like, how many creators are profiting off of the situation? Like, I haven't seen that at all. Like, tell me if you've seen, aside from XQC, tell me if you've seen that. Like, the only people I've seen talking about Palestine, Israel, is people who are actually like advocating for it and actually sharing resources and are actually, you know, trying to make a difference for the Palestinian people for the most part. I have actually, or of course, some dipshit celebrities who are backing Israel, but like they're not doing that for content. Obviously, they would be way better off if they just shut their mouths. Most content creators that I follow that are not political at all have not talked about it. I've seen nothing actually. Yeah, me neither. Like, I really don't know who he's talking about in this situation. I find that a bit of a weird tweet. Like, are they? I haven't seen it. I really haven't seen it. I don't know what Muda is referring to here, honestly. And of course, what he says with, like, yeah, flexing the cash is more than trashy. It's just, like, nonsensical and, like, sad, I guess. But, yeah, Muda could have been. That's a weird take. Like, I like Muda for the most part, but I don't know, it's a weird take.
What happened to this guy, honestly? Yeah, dude, he fell off, man. He was a fucking Overwatch guy. He was funny. He had some funny moments, the Cheeto moment and stuff. And then now he's just he's a goblin. This is gonna be cringe, but
yeah, unless he's talking political YouTubers. But then I wouldn't say like that it's content, because like there's obviously they're gonna be covering it. It's not like content in the same way that it's content for XQC, right?
He is Huxwellian. He I don't even know. Prophetic, some kind of thing. Unfortunately, this guy's the king of that. And by the way, this response is not even harsh from Muda. This just is.
Yeah, it's not harsh at all. It's actually, I would say it's a little too nice.
Perfectly reasonable. I don't understand why anyone who is a fucking entertainment creator, a purveyor of idiocy on the internet, someone on Twitter, if you're not a political pundit, if you're not a geopolitical expert, aside from just stating that it's bad, why the fact that people are making this into content truly is sick, and it makes me ill. And XQC is a fucking goober. And then on top of
here you can already see, I think he's gonna go back to this unless I remember this wrong again. This is a little pre-watched. He's talking about like the fact that you should only comment on it if you're a geopolitical expert. Again, I feel like that gets said a lot. I don't think so. I think it's very easy to voice your support for Palestine here because it's not that complicated of a matter what is going on right now. Now, do you need to be making like, if you're not in the field at all, do you need to be making content about this? No. You obviously don't need to. But, like, you can definitely speak out about it. It's not that difficult, in my opinion.
For that, the flexing
Goober is also too nice of a name to call XQC. Yeah, Goober I think Goober is way too sympathetic, right?
Just like, come on, dude. You're an idiot.
Yeah, like, you can absolutely comment on stuff if you have something to say. Like, you don't have to be an expert on everything in order to be able to comment on it. But I mean, like, we know that. That's just one thing that I disagree with him on there. I think he's gonna circle back to that a little bit as well. Aiden says, sad, pathetic guy who only has money left in his life as he tries to desperately get attention. That's what he does. But isn't everything political? Said some pretentious guy on the internet who doesn't understand the definition of political. Well... I mean, politics does play into everything. That is true.
We're very,
you know,
dumb. It's egregious. Then there's an unfortunate self-report from Asmongold. Yeah, it's not just him. To be honest, I did it too. I actually went and watched the video in the thumbnail, and nothing about it was problematic.
Maybe it shouldn't be like, but politics is always like, it you know, it like it interacts with it. It feeds back with it. Like, things that shouldn't be political talking points are political talking points nonetheless. Like, everything is politicized, you know what I mean? Hi, welcome back, Wolfie. You managed to survive the elevator. Good job.
He didn't downplay or make light of it or joke or anything. Feels like this is a hate mob based on an implication rather than fact.
Yeah, not L-take from Asmongold here. L-take from Asmongold, I think.
I mean, I like Asmongold a lot, and I think he's pretty rational and reasonable. I can definitely see this idea, but personally, when I see people like XQC or anyone who is just a troll or just like a provocateur and is a fool, like a literal fool from the ancient times, I don't want to see them.
Yeah, he is a fool. He's like the jester, but no, jesters needed to actually be witty though, and they were like, you know, they were at court in order to be witty. So like maybe fool is a better word, right? The one you just kind of point and laugh at back in the medieval days.
Tend like to have any sort of functioning brain or anything to offer or be able to capitalize on anything that's real and not just gaming or reacting to random shit on the internet. That's the standard that I hold myself at, and I'm sure I will falter.
Hi, Dobby.
And I'm sure Asmongold would consider himself to have faltered many times. And I wonder if his response to this would be different if he saw this happen to XQC before he did it himself. It's hard to tell. I think it's pretty across the board easy to agree that it's bad though, and stupid, and irresponsible. And by the way, XQC did see this tweet while he was live streaming, and he found a way to acknowledge it and say that he doesn't do anything in a perfect way. He's just
yeah, he reacted to it on stream as well. Yeah, our village idiot is better, maybe. Jesters, I take it back. Jesters are very cool and funny, and way more intelligent than XQC.
Deflecting. He just loves deflecting. He's a master of deflecting. He's a 300 IQ genius. Everyone's criticism is invalid at all times.
Not to sound like a defense, because having this reaction is insane, huh? A decade ago, this would be vilified in the creator space, but now it seems to silly to single XCL for talking about a situation when so many others are using this situation for content. People are always mad at a bunch of these things, that I do, right? And try to make it like, oh, it's him. Okay, for once, I give them exactly what they wanted.
By the way, I spend a lot of time with the internet, and I have a fairly large platform audience, and
wait.
And I see what's been going on. I have family that lives in Lebanon, so it's like a, it's a thing that I don't really want to discuss publicly. And I don't think anyone needs to hear my thoughts on anything that's serious and real to this level, right? Something, it's just a whole nother planet of thing that's just everywhere all the time. And it makes me sick. And when I see people that are glorified just Muppets, I just, I want to make a video about that because it's.
So he's basically saying that he has a huge audience and he has family in Lebanon and he has like connections to the conflict, but he doesn't want to talk about it. But because he doesn't think that anybody should like hear from him on a subject matter that is this important, which this is something I 100% disagree with. Like, if you don't want to talk about it because you don't want to, I feel like that has way more of a leg to stand on. Like, okay, this is not my content and I just don't want to talk about it because XYZ, like I have these reasons not to want to talk about it. But the way he said it here sounds like he thinks he shouldn't talk about it. But like, I think if you want to speak out on the issue, then you should feel free to do so, especially if you have a huge audience, right? Like, just do it then, right? Especially if it's personal to you and you want to talk about it, and go ahead. Who's better though, XQC or magicians? Well, I mean, XQC is a single person and magicians are like a whole group that I condemn deeply, of course. This is a hard decision, Seppo. I will have to come back to you with this. Crow also goes on to say, not because you didn't want to, but because the audience wouldn't want you to, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this statement I find a bit weird. Like, he says, I don't know, he says like he shouldn't talk about it. Wait, can we go back on it? It's
just fun. And whole nother thoughts on, it's a thing that I don't really want to do on it, and I have a fairly large platform audience, and I see what's been going on. I have family that lives in Lebanon, so it's like a, it's a thing that I don't really want to discuss publicly, and I don't think anyone needs to hear my thoughts on anything that's serious and real to this level, right?
I mean, they don't need to, I guess. Maybe it's too much of a point to even like to hammer in that much. I understood it as he doesn't want to talk about it since it is so personal to him and he has a big audience. Okay, I just understood it differently the first time listening around. But now, yeah, maybe that is what he means. Maybe that is just what he means. It sounded different to me on the first listen. I think he just doesn't want to. Yeah, maybe not. I'm extremely racist against magicians, it's true. I hate magicians. But they're not a race, dude. Magicians, they're a profession. I'm classist. Yeah, I also thought he meant it a bit differently. Might be.
Planet of thing that's just everywhere all the time. And it makes me sick. And when I see people that are glorified just Muppets, I just, I want to make a video about that because it's just fun. We can, throw a couple haymakers and get some energy out, etc. I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing him do that. I don't like seeing the footage. I wish everything was different, but alas, there's nothing that I can do. And there are four.
I mean, there is something that you can do, though. There is something that you can do. This is like, if he's saying like, yeah, there's nothing that I can do. There is something that you can do. We've seen it happen a bunch of times with content creators and influencers and the like especially people who have a big audience, like, I don't know, Hassan, for instance. They can do fundraisers and all of that stuff. They can raise awareness. That is something that you can do. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's a different part, but like, there is something that you can do. It's like, you make Dark Magician from Yu-Gi-Oh! Cry. I don't... Well, is he an actual magic user or is he a magician? Two different things. If he can do actual magic, I fuck with him. If he's pretending, no. Bad. Crow says, it's just that there are people who do that, don't talk about political topics in fear of losing their viewers, which in my opinion is like wrong in situations like these. I feel like it's understandable on a certain issue, but also if, like we said before, if you actually like want to talk about it, that's the important thing, I suppose, then you should just do it, even though you might, like, even if you have this fear of losing your viewer base. If you don't wish to talk about it, then that's something else. Yeah, and you can absolutely contribute. Like, it's not, especially if you have a huge audience, like, you are able to change something. If you have a huge audience and if you are monetarily stable, there is definitely something that you can do. You're not as powerless as you think. Of course, you're not going to be able to single-handedly stop Israel from bombing Gaza. Otherwise, I would have done that already. But I can't. But, you know, you can, like, contribute to it, is what I'm saying. Also, Isabel says there's no such thing as apolitical. You contribute to politics regardless of if you hold an opinion or not. That is true. That is true. What did Hassan do recently? I didn't hear about that, I think. He has actual magic. The Dark Magician does. Does magicians include people who make who know how to make card tricks? Yes. But if you don't do it a lot, I might be able to spare you, perhaps, potentially. Aiden says he has actual magic. The Dark Magician dude from Yu-Gi-Oh! He's just a non-magical card. Okay, in the lore, he's a real guy out there in the multiverse or Shadow Realm. Okay. Oh, the Dylan. Oh, yeah, that was a big Hassan L. Yeah, I saw that. Dylan Burns.
Intelligent, more influential people that you should look to in times like this. Not me. I'm an entertainer. I should keep my mouth shut. And I will continue to. I mean,
if you want to. If you want to. I think even, like, that's my point, though. He's saying, like, I am an entertainer, I should keep my mouth shut, and I will. Now, you can speak for yourself, obviously, but if you're, like, he's not like, I don't want to. He's not saying, I don't want to talk about this, and that's why I will keep my mouth shut. He's like, I am an entertainer, and therefore I will not speak on the matter, which I don't think... Like, I don't think you have to shut the fuck up just because you're an entertainer. Like, especially if you want to just... If you're looking at the situation and realizing, oh, there's a genocide happening in Gaza, I am not pro-genocide. I mean, actors do it all the time. The shit ton of actors are speaking out in whichever direction they feel fit. Like, and they can do that, and they have a huge influence. So I feel like if you have an opinion and you are an entertainer, that doesn't devalue your opinion, is what I'm trying to say, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. Why are we bullying Dark Magician? I'm sorry. I like bullying Dark Magician. One of the most famous entertainers, a stand-up comedian, a stand-up comic, George Carl, I can't see the rest of the name because of the stupid heart. Car something, I think, spoke a lot about political stuff. Just because, yeah, like, I know he probably does. This guy, like, first of all, he's not gonna see this, so, like, who cares? But also, he probably doesn't mean it, like, no entertainers are allowed to speak out against this. But it kind of sounds like that. Like, you shouldn't value the opinion of entertainers on matters like this. But I think any opinion matters. That includes entertainers. That includes other people. Taylor Swift got a lot of people to go vote, for instance, as well, you know. During the Halloween season, I saw some Forgotten Kids movie called Spooky House. That sounds very cute. Which is about some kids who grow close to a magician. Oh no, not the magician. At the end, the main kid has the magician as his dad and a skinwalker mom. Oh. The magician had a lost love who supposedly left him, but apparently she was his pet panther the whole time. Okay, so it's less creepy then, I suppose. And she was dressed like a Native American skinwalker. Okay. Yeah, in Isabel says that Hassan is unforgivable. If you like him, I will actually fucking judge you for it. Hassan isn't one of us. He has gone on record to say, in his own word, supports Hamas. So fuck him. He supports China too. It isn't worth it. I'm like still a little bit split on Hassan, not like as a person specifically, but like as a content creator, I guess. You know what I mean? But yeah, my support for Hassan has been dwindling, I think. Crow says he thinks he's a part of a kind of majority of people who never watched Hassan despite being in this space, and you don't regret it at all. Yeah, it's easy. That's easy not to regret. Oh, Carlos Santana came out as transphobic in one of his recent concerts. Jesus. Is that the... No, that's a different guy. It's, I guess, too much invested in art of Hassan. I have a dark past, okay? No, let's move on with this video, though, because he's gonna talk more about
at least
XQC.
XQC hasn't really done the whole moral grandstanding thing and planting his flag in one side or another because of just some weird innate requirement for humans to feel moral or special or seen, take pride in others seeing them. There's a lot of...
I don't know. I don't know exactly what he's talking about in this one. Like, he claims in this... God, this is going so long. Am I gonna move the rest of the coverage to something else? I'm like really conflicted out how to structure the rest of the stream now. But regardless, what he's saying sounds like he presumes that most people who take a side in this conflict are doing so for brownie points. At least that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's saying that people who take a firm stance and plant their flag, so to say, with one party or the other are doing so in order to gain brownie points, but I do think that most people just actually hold this opinion. I mean, just do a long stream today. The thing is, I kind of can't. I have places to be. And things to go is not correct. If you feel strongly about something, cringe. Like, it sounds like he's absolutely putting them all into the entire, into this, like, one bucket, basically. You know what I mean? Wolfie says, when it comes to Gaza stuff, he's mixed. He can't fully support one side or the other. I can understand each side's motives, if you get what I mean. I get what you mean. I don't agree. I am, at this point in the conflict, like a month and a few days on, it is just completely a genocide against the Palestinians. Like, what has happened on, God, was it October 7th? God, I forget the date. October 5th? The initial Hamas attack, yeah, what Hamas has done on that day was condemnable, but like, the retaliation by Israel has far exceeded anything that Hamas had done at the very start of it, so, you know, at this point, it's nothing. Nice, stream is glitching and saying I've been streaming for 14 hours. Well, then you can see I cannot go longer than that today. Yeah.
Big fat celebrity L's that have come out over the last few weeks. Everyone just thinks they need to say something. It's like, obviously, bro, you're saying the same thing everyone already believes. It doesn't make any sense. Even Celine...
He's saying, you're saying what everyone already believes. It doesn't make any sense. Well, that is, first of all, not true. There's celebrities coming out in support of Israel as well as there's celebrities coming out in support of Palestine. Secondarily, the country that most of these celebrities live in, right, America, a lot of them are Americans, is in full support of Israel. So I think speaking out against Israel and in favor of the Palestinians makes a whole lot of sense. Like, obviously you should speak out for them and continue to speak out for them if your country is still providing aid to the people who are committing a genocide against them right now. Like, oh yeah, man, you're so fucking special for not speaking against war crimes. Like, this argument, I get it if you just personally don't want to state something on your social media, like he doesn't have to or anything. If it's personal for him and that's why he doesn't want to do it, that is fine. Now, but saying that everybody who does speak out for Palestine is just, it's irrelevant because everybody has already said that, that's insane. Like, oh, this is the public opinion. Why would we even speak out against that? Huh? Now, the Selena Gomez thing he's showing is something else. Yeah, he talks a lot. So, does this guy think it's bad to speak out against things? It seems like he feels that stating I am pro-Palestine is redundant now because he's seen so many people state that they are pro-Palestine. That's what it seems like he's saying, you know? It seems like it. Or he's like, he is a little, like, he trips over, I do that too, trips over his words sometimes and is trying to figure out how to phrase things. So maybe it could be like a miscommunication, but we don't really know.
Selena Gomez, our Queen We Stand or whatever made a post and then immediately deactivated her Instagram.
Yeah, Selena Gomez, what she did was, of course, centering herself again in the conflict. I'm taking a break and deleting my Instagram. I'm done. I do not support any of what's going on. She's like trying to do the bare minimum of activism, and then immediately gets overwhelmed and deletes her Instagram and centers herself in the conflict. Yeah, it's nothing.
Because she got hated. She got destroyed because there's no way to bring everyone together, and it's just shut the fuck up, celebrity. Just do.
I don't think. See, God, no, I'm getting heated. I'm actually getting, and well, not heated, but you know, like, no. So you don't have to shut the fuck up. Now, Selena Gomez, yeah, if she was just doing this in order, you know, because she was pressured and didn't actually have a stance on the matter, and then immediately folded when she was receiving pushback because she just wanted to do whatever, you know, like to please her fans and to appease her fans, then yeah, then you should just shut up at that point. I do agree with that. But I think, yeah, that's actually a good point to leave this little like tangent off. There's no way to bring everyone together. That's how fucking war is. That is also the point. Like, there's no way to bring everyone together. If obviously not. So maybe that was what Selena was thinking, and he's like trying to chastise her for this line of thinking, and then backing out after she figured out it doesn't work like that. You know.
Do what's right.
She did shut
where
up.
You can. Grandstanding does fucking nothing. So
that's not true. Wait.
Celebrity, just do what's right. Support where you can. Grandstanding does fucking nothing. So
do what's right, support what you can, grandstanding does nothing. I think publicly taking a stand as a celebrity with like the reach of somebody like Selena Gomez is incredibly actually important, because you have influence over so many like people who look up to you and will just take on your opinion, you know, for better or for worse, right? So if you stand up for Palestine as somebody who has the reach of Selena Gomez, then you're gonna be influencing a shit ton of people to look into what the fuck's going on, I hope, and or just, you know, take on your fucking opinion because they don't like to think for themselves. And then you've made a massive difference, because you alone, even if you have a shit ton of money, yeah, do donate your money. God, this freeze frame is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry. I'll put him back a couple frames, okay? Like, you alone have a lot of money, but you can only donate so much. But if you move your 1 million people fan base in one direction, they can do so much more, you know? Like, yeah, like, if you don't actually, like, if you just do this in order to appease your fan base, it's hollow. But it still moves people.
So, we showed you the video earlier of him saying he made Twitter mad. That's his response.
Back to
video.
XQC.
And it's 40 minutes of him talking about how he made Twitter mad. What was his response exactly? He starts off by saying that the XQC Clips channel is meant to get traction and not money, which those two things are the same.
See, now, like, he understands this here too. I mean, that's a similar thing to talk about, kind of, isn't it? Like, traction, money as in traction and like influence, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's why speaking out about it is important, whether you are an entertainer or not, right? If you have a huge platform and you have, you know, and you want to voice your fucking, broadcast your fucking beliefs, yeah, it has a lot of influence. Your words carry a lot of weight if you have a giant audience. I don't know.
I'm not mad at the editor for posting this. I commend him for posting this. I commend him. I genuinely do. I don't know why. Because actually clips doesn't make money. It doesn't. Short clips don't make a lot of money. It's not very well monetized. It's not an effort to make money.
Because even if you get 1 billion views that aren't monetized, there's going to be a trickle down into monetizable content. It's just how it works. It's disingenuous.
Yeah, getting a bigger audience, like getting more eyes on you, is always going to mean more money for you.
To say
obviously.
that you were doing anything for traction or the algorithm or views or exposure and not doing it for money. Those two things are the same exact thing, and doesn't matter how much money it makes. The point is that you're capitalizing off of a massively horrible situation and reacting to it live. Doesn't even have to do with your Clips channel. It's a fucking hype train, etc. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna trickle down. Like, it's just such a yeah, shorts don't give shit. It's very true. It's yeah. That's very true. That's very true. But like, clips, especially clips that go viral on Twitter, they can increase your audience, and then, you know, that'll increase your revenue once again. Classic. I don't know. I want to say logical fallacy, but I'm just an idiot. It doesn't make any sense. That's what it doesn't make any sense. I'm dying inside right now, by the way. I'm dying inside right now. Also, hopefully he watches this. Maybe he will. Hey, Hello, XQC. I'm a huge fan, dude. Huge, massive fan. How's the divorce going? Hopefully well, man. That's stress
Definitely
nobody
fine.
deserves to have.
For audience, they're great. That's correct. Yeah.
He mentions how some people think that this is like a nefarious plan, some kind of negative scheme that he has to react to this kind of stuff. He thinks that's insane. I agree with that. I think genuinely he's just an ignorant guy. He's just that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I also don't think that he had like a huge scheme behind it. I honestly don't think that he's smart enough to do that, like estimating how much negative backlash that will get. I also think that he could have gotten more positive backlash is not a word, more positive feedback if he had actually done like a charity thing, a charity stream, just one charity stream for the people in Gaza, but no.
Incredibly ignorant. That's pretty much just the word I was saying. He's just dumb. Like, that's what it boils down to. He's dumb and he has a lot of power and influence, and his mistakes are just shown to the world every time he makes one.
So to think that there's like a plan, like a nefarious idea, to think that there's like some evil scheme at hand is insane. It's just insane.
And then his method with dealing with the backlash is what makes everything blow up, etc. Then he shifts blame and says that the hate mob tells him he doesn't react enough, and then now they want him to react less.
So I got roasted for reacting not enough. Well, if I open my mouth and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a massive thing happened on the screen. This is terrible. Oh my God. If I do this, now I'm reacting too much.
Dude, it wouldn't have been better if you just showed this to your chat and left. It would not have turned out any better. I mean, you know that yourself.
So then, what you want?
Why do dumb people always get so much power? It seems like a fucking, I don't know, sad world is what it seems.
Is want me to do what instead?
Classic.
Not react to it at all. Not put the fucking video on screen if you're not gonna provide education or resources or fucking insightful commentary on any level. Like, you don't have to be fucking the smartest guy on the planet, but just any level of insightful commentary would be better than, oh my God, that's so bad, and just not putting it in context.
Classic. Very,
yeah,
very,
he's just
very
whining about
epic
the drama.
I think that he's trying to make. I don't know.
He should do the worm again. I think that would get him out of this one.
I really don't know,
doing
dude.
The worm again.
He's so just like, he's fun to watch him. It really is. It's fun to watch him. Then
he also did not react for more. Indeed, he didn't say a lot at all.
Makes a rational point on why he used this as a response to the outrage. There's no winning against someone who's upset. They want to be upset. They're going to be upset. That's perfectly reasonable, you know, and something that does absolutely make sense. But the context of the situation is a little bit different than just classic. You know, oh, classic Twitter blue hair, making a big stink out of nothing.
I've learned over the years, it's what we call a lost battle. You literally cannot argue with people like that.
You could. I mean, you shouldn't argue, but you could, like, amend things. It would be so easy for you. Like, one charity stream, and people would be like, oh, that's actually a nice thing that he did. Yeah, these things that he did are still bad, because they still happen, and he still did them, you know? You can't change the past. But it's like, oh, he did a charity stream. That would be so nice. It's so easy for you, because, like, the amount of money you would raise for this, I'm pretty sure you would get way more support for a fucking charity stream as a fucking XQC that you are. Then you would get backlash. Like, there would be a tiny amount of people who would still be like, it's XQC, he's doing this for attention, but like, that would be idiots then. Yeah, maybe you can't argue because you can't argue shit. He should do the worm again.
Only goal is to be upset, and these days it's the easiest on the internet is to be upset. It's a lost cause.
Why not just say like, sorry man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just saying sorry would be so much easier. You don't have to argue about this thing. Obviously, yeah, there is no arguing because the thing that you did was shitty. Like, what are you gonna argue about? The thing I did actually wasn't shitty because I'm me and I'm not shitty. Like, just say sorry then or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, poor fucking Bleeding Heart. Cry more, you northern froggy. XQC has brain damage. I unironically think that. Like, something is wrong. I mean, something is definitely wrong. Like, unironically, I also agree with you, probably. Like, no normal human can think like that. I've never done a charity thing before because I'm always like, I'm so small. I don't know how much that would, like, do. But maybe we could do it. Look at the little arms. I forgot the arms do that. But maybe we could do something for Christmas, a Christmas charity thing. Maybe we could organize that. That would be fun.
Sure, this may be the realest shit ever said by any content creator ever, but at the same time, you don't have to be a bad guy always. You don't always have to respond to people in a bad, evil way. You can make a situation better by not posting a picture of you holding money to your head.
Yeah, it's real easy, I think. Caliban says, excuse me saying I'm sorry would just remind me of the South Park episode where they do an apology video rubbing their nipple. Yes, I know that clip. We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Fucking idiot. He's obviously trolling, right? He's a troll.
Well, I mean, planning for Christmas makes a lot of sense, though. I need to start planning for December more, actually.
Said it. Everybody.
I have work again in December, so I might even be able to donate something. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
He knows it. He's a troll. Like, this is classic. Then he states he's ignoring the hater, not the topic at hand, which this is a fair response, right? Because he's not really commentating over the footage of war. He's just watching it.
The topic at hand,
Yeah.
the war, the politics or whatever, okay?
Bro, just ignore.
I ignored all of it. This is not about this.
Yeah, that's the problem, bro. Bro, that's the fucking problem, dude. You can't just react to a clip from huh? He's like, the war, the politics, I ignored all of it. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, actually. That is part of the problem.
This is about that. This is what people are missing the point.
And you can argue that he shouldn't be watching it, which is what I would argue. And I think that it's fine to, hey man, please don't, like, you're not adding anything positive to this horrible situation. Why are you making money off it? It just seems wrong and weird, and you just are making yourself seem like a bigger piece of shit, and you're just kind of making the world a worse place. And then he just says sorry. That's like probably maybe the best way that it could have ended, but that's not how it is. And yeah, he does react to everything, so it, it's fair. It's fair. He even reacted to his animation of himself that Meat Canyon made of him mocking his reactions.
Oh yeah, right. This is what somebody mentioned earlier as well, yes.
Put together, like what, this is crazy, chat, like it's crazy, like it's kind of insane, when they do this,
Chat,
I mean,
what
am I even looking at, chat? Like, this is insane, like it's absolutely.
What, is that my maids?
He even reacted to fucking Dora the Explorer.
Leave without Sparky's favorite snack.
This is so sad.
Sparky's favorite snack is red.
It grows from trees.
Apple.
And it's yummy.
Apple. It's not surprising.
This is so sad. Yeah, that's the animation you mentioned earlier. Exactly.
That he reacted to footage of war during a time of war. It is just insane and dystopian that this is a thing. He claims he went into a topic, the war, in which he had no education, and people were begging him to use his platform to spread a message of some kind. I'm not exactly sure what is to be learned or taken from the clip. I really don't know.
I came to a topic that had no education on, and people say, you have a responsibility with your platform to know about this or whatever. I was like, okay, let's learn about this.
Well, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, like Oompaville said too. What the fuck are you gonna learn from a clip where you see a rocket explode? Dude, watch an educational video. There is plenty. Like, watch a video that actually explains the conflict then, if you want to learn about it. Like, you're not gonna be learning from well, maybe you're gonna be learning something perhaps from the live war footage itself, but there's so many videos that could have actually explained it to you if you actually wanted to learn. That's such a weak excuse, dude.
And I was literally doing a segment where I was getting educated on the topic while hopefully educating others as they learn with me.
And seeing an idiot learn things is kind of entertaining. Truly. Does he get away with it? What do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think he gets away with it? Do you think this is fine that he did this? I think if it wasn't XQC and it was just some funny idiot guy who just doesn't really know any better, it's like, okay, yeah, give the man a break. Come on. Like, he obviously has no idea. He's not the brightest fellow.
XQC could have pulled up a Bosch video. He could have. Imagine that. Do you think XQC knows who Bosch is? I know XQC knows who Hassan is, but I don't know if he knows Bosch as well.
Clearly. I mean, look at him. But he's also a massive troll, and he is.
I mean, he knows who Destiny is, so maybe he knows who Bosch is, right?
He's smart. He's playing it up. He's trolling everyone, so it's like less innocent and more. It's complicated though. Like, it really is complicated. And that's the only reason I wanted to make this video, by the way, and why I haven't made more videos on XQC being a goober, is because this one's really complicated and it's hard to be,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Crow.
It's hard to just say, oh, he's an absolute piece of shit and should be eliminated from the internet. And
no, he is an absolute piece of shit, but I don't think he's I don't think. I wonder if this is controversial. I don't think so, though. I don't think he's like as harmful of a piece of shit as other pieces. Of shit. So I don't think he needs to be deplatformed or anything like that. Like, he is annoying, but he's not like spreading. He's usually not spreading misinformation or anything like that. So I'm fine with him existing on the internet. That's my take, I think.
Platform and deplatform and why does kick? Like, he's not as bad as Johnny Somali, like, objectively. He's just really ignorant. He's just really dumb and ignorant, and he just shows that off all the time and then trolls people and feeds hate with more outrage. He then says that his responses to the tweet that called him out, he wasn't doing to make money or farm impressions because his Twitter, he doesn't get any money. It's just purely so he can say some dumb shit, which that's viable. He shows that he's ineligible for monetization on Twitter, so it's valid. That's cool.
Everybody's making full-length 20-minute video, juice about ads about it. So out of all people to go against, of course they choose me because I'm the easiest target these days, which is I will die on this hill and make.
Yeah, cry about it, dude. You have millions. You flex your millions of dollars that you have, and then you cry about being the target of the internet. Like, shut up. Yeah, honestly, whether XQC spreads misinformation entirely depends on the video that he reacts to. Yeah, it really does. So I feel like he's not the worst out there. I feel like there's other people on the internet that would much sooner deserve to be deplatformed than he does, I think.
My Twitter is purposefully not monetized currently. Okay, so that whenever I tweet some dumb shit, I'm not farming a presence for money. It makes $0. It's just not monetized.
Then he shows a tweet from Austinox, which I think is Hassan's editor. Not 100% sure.
So for context, this is, I think, Hassan's editor. Austinox. I don't know if he still edits for.
And I don't know if you guys know who Hassan is. He's another streamer, and he often
Hassan mentioned again. Hi, Angel.
Covers very serious political topics, like on a consistent basis. Like, that's what his content is. It's just him giving his thoughts, and he's like a democratic socialist Turkish guy. I don't know. He's got huge hands. I really don't know. I haven't watched a lot of his content. I just know he used to be a total bro.
Bro, he's an oil kid. He's set for life. Okay, this is like in fun time one time.
But XQC.
Is he an oil kid? Is this true? I don't know. I don't know that about the backstory.
He says that Austinox may have forgotten that Hassan said America deserved 9/11, which he did say that.
Maybe he completely forgot that his beloved streamer reacted to fucking 9/11 and saying, you know, that the people deserved it.
That's, first of all, okay, now we already had our little Hassan derail, but like this one is another one. Like, he didn't say that the people deserved it. He said America deserved 9/11 as a response to their fucking aggression in the Middle East for years and years and years. And he, like, the way that he meant it is more so that he that like it's the natural consequence of what they've been doing, you know, not like singular human lives that have been lost are still a tragedy, but the country like provoked it themselves. That's what he means by that, you know. Like, I think everybody knows that. Of course XQC doesn't know that. And also, what does that have to do with this? I don't think this has anything to do with this. Very weird thing to bring up randomly, but you know, anyway.
And you know, on a geopolitical scale, with how complex our history has been with the Middle East, it's tough to, you know, nobody ever deserves to have a lot of people. There's no one ever deserves a loss of life. I will say that there are instances in which you could see something coming as a result of an action. I'm absolutely not saying America deserved 9/11. I'm saying America has consistently let its people down for 100 years and then blamed others and just done the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. America did not deserve 9/11. He then claims that
Oompa will clarifies afterwards. Like, I'm not, it's so long ago. 9/11 was so fucking long ago. For me, I was like, was I 1? I don't know. I was young anyway. No, I was 2 probably. I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't around at the time, but like from what I know, which is not a lot, is like the funding of the Taliban as well, and of course the general like destabilizing in the region by the United States again and again. And you know, you were in 1st grade. Damn, yeah, that's a long time ago, huh? You weren't even Isabel wasn't even come yet during 9/11.
Hassan can
do
it.
Either way, like I would have to. I honestly, like, you were 3 months old when 9/11 happened. There you go. You were 7 and didn't care. Very fair. You were -3. thank you, gamers, for the age check. Thanks, gamers, for the age check. No, it's like, there's a lot of history to know about what led up to 9/11 that I do not know all about.
And then do
9/11?
a big thumbnails with fire and stuff, but he can't.
9/11.
Okay.
At the same time,
God, this is a demonetization speedrun, by the way, saying 9/11 like 50 times fast, dude.
while editing videos about the exact same topic, such as this, did Israel bomb a hospital in Gaza? Question mark. So this, of course, ahead of time, guys. No breaking news policy, guys. No breaking news.
He then says,
Like, doesn't he realize that it's a little bit different if somebody who makes content like the content that Hassan makes covers a subject matter as opposed to somebody like him covering the same subject matter? You could see how that's different, no? Couldn't you?
that Hassan covers the same content and there's a massive double standard there, which that's true, dude. That's absolutely true. He's also a lot more outspoken. I think people are more comfortable when someone who provides commentary on a subject is covering something. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know. That just seems to be why Hassan would not get any pushback, because Hassan doesn't claim for himself to be ignorant in the situation, and XQC does. And then he mentions that Hassan's channels are on clip channels too. I get it, right? I understand. Like, if he can, why can't rules for thee, not for me? But at the same time, that content really.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Not every rule applies the same to every person because they make different content. I mean, that's pretty clear. That is pretty clear. You could. I think most people would be able to see the difference and why why it makes more sense for one person to talk about it than the other. But,
doesn't get monetized anyways.
And especially the way that he talked about it. Like, he could have talked about, these airstrikes. He could have talked about this if he talked about it in a different way, right? So
on YouTube, but you still have the trickle down from engagement and algorithm and traction, etc. So he then says it's not a dig at Hassan, but it's like a expose of the culture that greenlights one thing and cancels the other.
This is not a dig at Hassan itself.
Hassan itself. Wolfie, you're gonna be 22 this year. Let's go. Become 22. Have fun. It's a good age, I guess. What fucking rule is he even talking about? Not reacting to airstrikes at all? I don't know. I'm losing the plot at this point.
This is more a dig at the culture entirely, right? Because they will greenlight one thing and not another, just because of what is currently accepted and what is the current fucking public narrative.
Hassan with it's pronouns. Very slay, very slay.
America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
I can see where he's coming from, but simultaneously, I definitely feel like there's pretty clear reasons as to why XQC is not the same as Hassan, regardless of whether or not you like either one of them. I don't watch either one of them, and I never have, but I can clearly tell which one I would be more comfortable with covering war footage, to be honest. I don't think it's that confusing, but what do you guys think? He then, for the rest of the video, just shows haters who responded to his tweet, and it's a
XQC stays
40-minute video,
butthurt. 40 minutes is insane.
In conclusion, I cannot imagine being a career streamer that has to sit in front of a camera for 8 hours a day and just try to make money. I don't really know. I can barely do what I do right now and have a functioning conscience. And streamers are always consistently trying to make things easier for themselves. Went from gaming to reaction shit. There's the Master Chef meta. Straight up just
the Master Chef meta. Yeah, fucking, what is it in Germany? Is it Rosin's Restaurant or something like that? Or Mein Lokal, Dein Lokal? I don't remember. But I know that's the German meta. It's also watching cooking stuff. Goddamn. I do wonder who watches XQC. Young people, I guess. Probably young people. Young, I don't know, reactionaries maybe? I don't know.
Watching TV, and now there's a war going on. Easy content. I don't want to do that, personally. Was choosing to watch the footage that XQC watched bad? Probably a bad idea, yeah. Probably a bad idea. Was it horrible? He claims he was trying to educate himself, and is that a valid excuse?
But was his response horrible? Yes, 100%, 1,000,000%.
Horrible? I don't fucking know, dude. What do you guys think? I think he was a piece of shit before, to be honest. I still feel the same about XQC before and after this. It makes sense that he did this to me. I mean, the flexing on people who providing valid criticism. What do you guys think? Comment down below.
Young people like us? No, a little younger than that. He ends it with a Germa clip, which I find
now I can take it with me.
Which I find endearing because, of course, it's Germa. Obviously, I find Germa clips endearing. So yeah, Your only exposure to XQC was his reaction to when to the W Charlie got over that what's his face that threatened to kill him. Oh yeah, with the gun and everything. Yeah, I remember. Calling magazines clips, that situation. I remember that as well. God, we've spent way too long on this. I'm bad now. I've gotten bad at calculating how long things take to cover now. I swear to God, I used to be better at knowing how long things take to cover. There's no way. Like, I think my mom is gonna be home soon and I have to walk my boy. And we have like way more content in the docket. So I'm just gonna move that to Friday, I think. That's the only thing I can do. It's gonna be a bit older than the content, but I mean, I hope that'll still be fine. I mean, it's mostly stuff that's there anyway. Tange needs walkies. That's why my time management is hard. We need Tenji's screen time. Well, okay, Isabel, the union chef has spoken. Let me just turn around. Where is he? Is that him? Okay. I think that's him. I mean, that sounds promising, doesn't it? Wait. Let me send myself the image real quick, and then I can show you the image. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there you go. Hello, I want you, I don't know, somewhere. Tenchi screen time is being provided to you as we speak. At least, oh yeah, no, it is him. He opened his eyes again. I'm such a menace to my little dude. I'm the #1 menace to the little guy. It's a problem, isn't it? Okay, wait. It's here, it's there. The union has made its demands clear, and I will honor these demands. There you go. It's the little guy. It's the little guy. He's on the bed again. He's so eepy. Look at him. He doesn't want to be awoken, but I always awake him when I talk about him because he knows that I'm talking about him. Listen. Hi, honey. Hello. He's here. You can hear me slapping his back. The little dude. He's just a little guy. He would never make a XQC type reaction content, right, Tenji? Right, Tenji. You would not. The good boy. You want walkies? I mean, I shouldn't ask you like that, but I don't think he understands walkies. So I'm fine. Contenchi is the best after all. Also, I missed so much. What is the chat union thing? Chat union is very important. Please educate yourself on the chat union in the Discord. Now, chat union is a bit... How do I explain this in the most simple terms? It's, you know what a union is, right? That for chat. Simple as that. They're very cute and fun, and they're headed by Isabel and Euler. The Isabel Euler coalition, actually, as a matter of fact. So even better. Yeah, I'll just have to move all the other stuff to the next news stream. I hope that that'll be fine, because it's time to walk the boy. Thank you for watching today, though. I had a lot of fun with y'all talking about all the things that we did talk about. Even though, hi, honey. Hi, Tenji! Even though it was mostly pretty depressing, but alas, but oh well, ain't that the truth for us so very often. I'm gonna see now what was happening in the chats that I'm in, because there's 40 unread messages, and I will go. You missed the election, it's true. You gotta watch the VOD, watch the VOD. Watch the VOD. It was fun and very depressing, as it often is. I mean, ain't that the case for news streams? Well, that'll be all then. Oh my god, my voice is breaking. I have water today, and yet it still breaks. I'll see you again tomorrow when we do some art. I want to do some art on stream again with the weird software, but I have the weird software for like a month now, so we're fine. And yeah, yes. See you tomorrow for art, and that'll be all. I'm gonna attend to Tanji now. Bye-bye, gamers! I hope to see you around. Hope you have a nice start into the week. Thank you. Oh, there he is. Are you choking? Are you okay? Mr. Tange, Mr. Boy, are you okay? Do you want to come up onto my lap? Oh, he's up here. No way. Little guy. Oh, it's little guy up here. Do you want to speak to the union? Yeah. Tenchi noises for the union. See you, gamers. Thank you for watching today. Kiss for Tenchi. Yes, upload a mohawk picture. That'll be good. That'll be good. Wish me good luck with QSMP streams tonight, please. By the way, I need to have a better time tonight. Otherwise, I'm gonna perish. Anyway, bye, Doroi. Doroi.